All right, I think we're good. I think we're kicking off. Let's go, YouTube. What is going on? We made it. We are here. I'm refreshing because things are breaking. Let me know if you guys can see me. I think we're okay, hypothetically. Oh, yeah, we are there. Look at us go. We're live. How y'all doing today? Hope you're having a good Wednesday is today. Yeah, that's what it is. Let me know if anything looks bad, of course, as per usual. I always have to mess with a lot of settings, but I'm going to hit live on YouTube quick, and then we will be, or on TikTok quick. What are we naming this one? What did we name it? How to build a bowling bag. Build a bowling bag. Boop. Hey, Foggy, what's going on? All right, we're hitting the go live over on the TikToks. We got YouTube kicking off. We are doing lovely right now. I'm doing a refresh on YouTube. YouTube always takes a little bit to look good. It's kind of surprising. So I've streamed on Twitch, I've streamed on YouTube, I've streamed on TikTok, and YouTube is kind of the slower one of them all, which is kind of interesting. But TikTok, we're live. What's going on, guys? What is going on? My watch is going nuts. I haven't opened my Pepsi yet. Man, we got a lot going on. Whole lot going on. If you guys notice anything that looks bad or doesn't sound good or anything like that, please let me know, of course. TikTok looks a little bit pale, unfortunately, so apologies for that, TikTok. I wasn't able to fix it before stream. That's something I'll do in due time. It doesn't look like anyone's actually kicking off on TikTok, which is not a great sign. Usually it dumps viewers on us early, so that's a little odd. Oh, there we go. We got and one viewer that didn't. Okay, I think we're getting a few people. Ryder, what's going on? Yo, how you doing? Let's see. Is TikTok actually kicked off? That is weird that it is not looking correct. Let me switch over. That is odd. We got a couple people joining in. Oh, we do actually look pretty okay. All right, we got a couple people hopping in. There we go. All right, that's what it just took TikTok a little bit. All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. If you're new here, my name is Zach, ZVL Bowling otherwise. We have accounts all over the place. Our goal is to help you guys become better bowlers, which is why the topic of the day is how to build a bowling bag. So, as per usual, if you're new to our streams, we run a Q&A the entire time. I try hitting every single question that you guys ask us. It can be anything bowling related, not bowling related. It can be PBA related. It can be a little bit of everything. So ask away, ask as much as you want, anything that you want. I will make sure to answer your question. If I don't, put it in the chat again a little bit later and I will get back to it. But otherwise, our main topic is going to be building a bowling bag, and that can be for leagues, for tournaments. So if you want to make your questions about that, you can. If you want to make it about a new bowling ball that you're getting for Christmas and you don't know which one to get, you can do that. You can do a little bit of everything. Little bit of everything, like Kyle, for example. Also, Chris, what's going on YouTube? Kyle, your timing is perfect. I'm trying to decide on a third ball right now. Yeah, shoot away. What you got for me? What do you got? Hey, Train Boy, how you doing? What's going on? I meant to, Michael, what's going on the TikTok side? I meant to make a post. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to right before this because I slashed my hand a little open while doing dishes, which was lovely. What I wanted to do is get a video out so that we can, have a nice little double whammy for posting a video on a new overseas ball that I have. It was one that was on sale over on Bowlers Mart. It was the Hammer Envy Tour, or not the Envy Tour, I wish. The Envy Pearl. It was a silver and black with like cool gold in it. It looked awesome. But I wanted to post a video on that before the live. Unfortunately, that'll probably be coming after or a little bit later. So let's get going. We have a lot of comments coming in. We got a lot of fantastic people jumping in. So let's jump over. Let's see. Let's catch up on TikTok first, and then we'll go from there. Andrew, with your best weak pearl right now, there aren't that many good weak pearls on the market. One of my favorite sleeper balls right now is the Rhino Pro. It unfortunately is not doing that well. sales wise, which is shocking because in all white bowling ball, it's a rhino. So it has rhino in the name. It's got the throwback, but it isn't really popping off, which is a little disappointing. If you're looking for different companies, you're going to have the Max Throw Pearl is going to be your best bet from the Motive side. It's a pretty strong pearl comparatively compared to other weak pearls. And then over on the Storm side, your main option is going to be the IQ Tour Ruby or a Hustle or a Road Warrior, but the Road Warrior is honestly pretty strong, so it might not fit in that category if you're a little more rev dominant. So let's see, Michael, I shot a 674 tonight. Nice, congrats. 710 in the 10th. Oh, that could have been a 700 with ease. That's unfortunate, but really good set. Nice job. Nice, nice. Train Boy, I was using my phase 2, but it wasn't working, so I went to my Ruby. Good call. It's a good 1-2 punch, in my opinion. Hey, Josh, thanks for the follow, man. How you doing? Let's see, where are some more comments? It unfortunately shows me everybody who joins. I wonder if I can switch that. So then I don't have to scroll as, oh, there we go. Let's go to that. We're just going to turn that one off. Okay, there we go. Now we got everything. VSP, not sure if it's me or just to get finger holes drilled, it's overpriced. So that's a good question, like a good point to make. I know JR went on a heavy rant about this on TikTok. If you saw it, we're not going on that deep of a rant on it as he did, but yeah, pro shop prices are always interesting because bowling has been behind the times on price increases, and some pro shops really nickel and dime and charge for every little thing. Some put everything into bunches. There's a little bit of in between. So yeah, just to get finger holes drilled, like for my pro shop, for example, it is $40 for the drilling portion. And that's because everything in a pro shop is pretty expensive. Like you have the actual press that's insanely expensive, more expensive than I expected. You're getting into the tens of thousands, 10,000 plus usually. Plus, you know, you have all the fitting process and you have all of the other stuff that goes into it. Putting holes in the ball is honestly the easiest and simplest thing that a pro shop does, like just punching the drill bit down. You could teach anyone to do that, but it's the rest of it that adds into that price. So it's the rest of the experience. And if you have a pro shop that's charging you a bunch and they're not really putting much into, like, checking your fit, doing all that stuff, you might want to try somewhere else just to try to expand your horizon, see what other pro shops are there, because pro shops can be very hit or very miss. There are some really bad pro shops out there. There's also some amazing pro shops out there. So might be good to try to check around, see what the prices are around you, see which places seem to care about you more than maybe this one if you feel like it's overpriced. Let's see, Chris, what do you think is missing? You have not an Ascent 2, an Attention Star 2, an Ascent, a No Doubt, a Pure Envy, a Stealth Hybrid, and a Purple Slammer. Oh, man, that's a good question. Also, Lauren, hello from Minnesota. Hey, we're in the same state, Lauren. So hello from Minnesota from me to you, too. Let's see, you have an Attention Star 2, so you have that and a Pure Envy as your stronger bowling balls, great strong balls, Ascent and a No Doubt as your middle of the road along with a Stealth. I think what you'd be missing would be a weaker bowling ball. You don't have anything under the No Doubt or under the Ascent, so you might need a Pearl under the No Doubt, but if you don't feel like the No Doubt is ever too much hook, then you could be good to go with that arsenal, and then just finding holes that you have. Maybe there's a big gap between your Attention Star 2 and your Ascent that you want filled. Then you can get something like a Phase 2. So right now, it's almost going to turn into more onto you for what you think you need. Let's see, Train Boy, I got my Ruby resurfaced to 3,000, but it's still too skid flippy. I would try bringing it down a little bit more. Sometimes that 3,000 grade can still be too much for somebody. Michael, I threw the low flare and hammer effect tonight for 674. That's a really good combo. I really like that combo. What would you recommend? Yeah, I would bring it to 2,000, Train Boy. That'll smooth it out even more. Alex, how do you learn to make adjustments in terms of like gauging oil patterns? A lot of it is experience. A lot of it is guess and test, figure out what works, and just bolt on a bunch of stuff. So there are basics, like for a long pattern, you want your break point to be closer to the head pin. You want it around, 7 to 11 board. On a short pattern, you need your break point further to the right, closer to the gutter. But outside of that, a lot of it is guessing and testing to see what fits your game specifically. All right, let's check out. We have a lot going on the YouTube side. We're going to hit some YouTube comments quick. We are at, we're going to go to Washi. Washi, what are your thoughts on the Brunswick Beyond Infinity? You're thinking about getting one. The Beyond Infinity was very underrated bowling ball. It is one of the best looking bowling balls of the year. You're going to see that on a video coming out tomorrow, actually. We have best looking bowling balls of 2024. But the Beyond Infinity was really good. It was a smoother and more mild asymmetrical pearl ball, which was kind of unique. Overall was a very good combo for a lot of people. If you're a little more spinny with it, if you have higher axis rotation, this ball could be pretty good for you. And it should be a little bit cheaper right now too, which is unfortunate. Ryder, just want to know what you think about my current bag. You are a two-handed righty, fairly balanced revs. Yeah, throw your, doesn't look like you threw it out there, so throw your bag out there, Ryder, and we'll hit it up. Paul, what's going on? Foggy, looking to get an ASIM solid for when I enter tourneys. You're a two-handed lefty and rev dominant, so you're going to want something super smooth. Being a lefty, you want smoother equipment compared to sharper equipment because the left side has a lot less built-in friction. Luke Rosdahl goes into really good detail on why the left is different from the right. But you're going to want something like an NV Tour, what might be really good for you, or the new Effect Tour. That could be also really good. You're going to want things like a Radical Conspiracy, the Radical Conspiracy, something smooth like that. You could go with something like an Ion Max is going to be very smooth. You could go with something like even a Sub-Zero Forge could be really good. It's not ASIM, but it's still super early and slow. So those would be probably the top options for you. Oh, Ryder, you did put your bag in here. My bad. NV Tour Pearl, Gem, Summit Ascent, Hustle, Black Hammer, and a spare ball. And you're looking at recommend any changes. NV Tour Pearl, you have a Gem into an NV Tour Pearl, into an Ascent, into a Hustle. I really like it overall. You have a few gaps on that lower end, but your top part of the bag is really good with that NV Tour Pearl and the Gem. So I really like it. I think if you need to add anything, you might need a Pearl ball below the NV Tour Pearl, but above a Hustle. Jay, you always come through in the clutch, trying to change my entire bag and make a new 6-ball arsenal off the AI and the blackout. So you have the medium sharp and I would say strong smooth slot covered or strong sharp. The physics blackout kind of rides the line between the two. So I would next ball up, I would get a medium smooth ball to pair with the phase AI. And then if you need some weaker balls, I would go with that. Look at a Road Warrior. That one's awesome right now. Otherwise, and this is if you're looking for Storm, by the way, then you could go like an IQ Tour or an Ion Pro in your weak slot. And then you just need either a strong smooth or strong sharp, depending on where that physics blackout fits, and you're good to go. Garrett, how do you normally progress through your bag? So generally, if you're in a tournament, you're going to start usually with one of the stronger balls in your bag, either strong smooth or medium smooth. And from there, as you move left, you're going to have to go to the sharp bowling balls to be able to turn the corner and get through the front part of the lane. So if you're starting with like a medium smooth ball, I usually transition to a medium sharp or a strong sharp bowling ball, some kind of hybrid or pearl, symmetric or asymmetric that's a little stronger. And then from there, you're going to go even lower in your bag. There are times where you start out with a medium smooth ball, and as you move left, you have to go to a strong smooth ball. That does happen. Bowling is pretty unpredictable in that way. You really have to do what the lane's telling you to, which is also a lot of experience. So that's the general progression that you make. Chris, any points in having a Max Throw Pearl and Ivory Rhino? I think there can be. The Max Throw Pearl is a lot stronger and a little bit smoother than the Ivory Rhino, so they are different enough. Especially if you're rev dominant, that could be really good. All right, Jeffrey, my tournament bag is a Purple Slammer, an Attention Star, an Absolute Power, Eternity, IQ Tour, and Lightning Blackout. What should you upgrade? Everything there is pretty new. That Eternity is the oldest ball in your bag. It's still a good piece, but it is pretty close to the Attention Star. So you almost could get rid of that and keep the Attention Star. You don't have many solid bowling balls besides the Absolute Power and the IQ. So you could fit something around those slots. If you need something stronger than Absolute Power, go with like an XL or an Ion Max. If you want to go weaker than that, but stronger than an IQ, you have an Ion Pro right there. If you want to go weaker, you go with a Hustle. That'd be my recommendation. D-Fish Bowl. Do you use interchangeable grips? Is there a benefit for once a week league bowlers? My recommendation is if you want to use interchangeable thumbs, there's two main reasons. One is your thumb changes sizes a lot. My thumb changes sizes like crazy. I fly through tape. It's just how it is. When my thumb usually starts out a little bigger and then it shrinks a little and then it expands. I don't know why. Bodies are weird. It just happens. So that's why I would use them. The other reason is if you have more than 3 bowling balls and you're a proponent of feel. So your thumb needs to be really good, then I would recommend it. So you know your thumb is always consistent between balls. You're not switching tape between a lot. So if you have a lot of bowling balls, I'll always recommend it. There's a ton of great bowlers who refuse to use them. That's all right. It's really up to you, but that's my recommendation on it. Aaron, 1-2 punch for a rev dominant, no thumb bowler. 1-2 punch for rev dominant, no thumb. You're going to want something like, you're going to want like a Scorpion low flare / Summit Ascent, and then something like a No Doubt or an Optimum Idol Pearl. You're going to want to go medium to weaker smooth, and then medium-ish sharp, and you'll be good. Garrett, any tips on how to stop tracking over the fingers as a two-hander? Yeah, so if you're tracking over the fingers, you're probably rotating directly through the ball with your fingers. You still need to go around a bowling ball just a little bit. So you're going to want to get around the ball a little bit more on release. All right, Landvetter, $100 for drilling over here. That's a lot. That's a pretty penny for drilling. That is more than I expected. Revs on the left. Hey, what's going on, man? I still need to make that video for your arsenal. I am going to do it as long as you're still okay with it. I definitely plan on doing that. Landvetter, but it's usually included in the ball price. Yes, that's how a lot of places are, where if you buy the ball in the building, the drilling will be included and be cheaper, but if you buy it somewhere else, it'll be a little bit pricier. That's just to be able to push that you buy from your local pro shop. Drink of the day is just a plain Pepsi. I ran out of cherry Pepsi. Very sad day. Let's see. We're going to hit Paul, and then we'll be going back over to TikTok. Trying to finish my 6-ball arsenal. You have an Envy Tour, Envy Tour Pearl, Messenger Blackout, and Anger, and you're a rev dominant two-hander, preferably Brunswick. You have Envy Tour and Pearl, so you have a big gap between your Envy Tour Pearl, and then your Messenger and Anger. You might need something like a Scorpion Low Flare to fit in between, or even a Scorpion Strike as a shiny ball. I would personally recommend like a Low Flare to be a dull ball in that bit, but either one works. All right, we're jumping back over to TikTok. TikTok, I'll never forget about you. I can't ignore you. Where are we at, though? Jason, loving your Phase AI. Good. That's awesome, Jason. Love to hear that. Michael, I throw all the Brunswick brands. I like the Ocean Vibe for a weak pearl. Ocean Vibe's still a really good ball. Mine was pretty smooth, but kind of depends. Up to you. Tatum, what would you add to your arsenal? You have a Phase 2 XL and the Road. I would add another pearl ball, like an Optimum Idol Pearl or a Sublime, may it rest in peace, or a Phase AI. One of those would work pretty well. Train Boy, my grip flew out of my spare ball while I threw it. My pro shop isn't open. Ooh, you got to hunt down some glue, my man. You got to find some glue. It's usually bowlers have some kind of super glue with them. One bowler in the building will, but otherwise, yeah, just any kind of super glue to help that out. Noah, hoping to get a low flare for Christmas. Hey, you are going to love that thing. I can't believe how good that ball actually is. I am very, very surprised by that. Let's see, VSP, and it's $25 to get it plugged and redrilled. That's honestly pretty good. That's a lower price than I expected. Plugging is the worst process in a pro shop. So let me tell you guys about the plugging process of a bowling ball. For anyone who doesn't know, when you can fill the hole of a bowling ball after you drill it, it's a painful process, but you can. So what you do is there's a chemical compound that pro shops can create. It's from resin and a hardener. You mix them together, it gets really hot, and it ends up turning in, after it solidifies, it turns into the consistency of the bowling ball. So what you do is you take out all the grips, you make sure the hole is clean and smooth and the edges are really sharp. You put in a dam is what we call it, so that you overplug the ball, and then you cut that all down. You make this little mixture, dump it into the ball, make sure the colors match by using a bunch of dyes, and then you usually wait 24 hours, usually 12 to 24 hours before the plug is actually hardened. And then you have to mill down the plug. After you mill down the plug, you got to smooth out the ball because it's not completely smooth after you mill it. And then you can drill back into it. Oh, well, I forgot you have to resurface it, and then you drill back into it. So plugging is the worst process and easily the biggest time dump in a pro shop. So 25 is actually pretty good, better than I honestly expect from a lot of shops. I would see like 50 from that. Chris, maybe a low flare for a slow end? Yes, that works too. Mike, how often do you suggest getting your PAP checked? I like to every 4 to 6 months. I actually just rechecked my PAP last night. It changed I think it was about an eighth to a quarter of an inch. And I checked it last 3 months ago, but I've been working on a lot of physical changes. So I would recommend every 4 to 6 months, just go get it checked. It's a pretty quick process. It takes a couple minutes, especially if you're already practicing. Not a big deal to do. Noah, what does skid flip mean? So skid flip means the ball doesn't hook until really, really late on the lane. And then when it does hook, it's really angular. So it turns the corner really hard. Think of like the shape of a hockey stick. That's the shape that the ball makes as it goes down the lane, where it's super straight, and then hard turn, versus like a banana where it's more rounded. Ronan, how do you get out of a bowling funk? I feel like I can't perform in a tournament anymore. There's a couple ways. One is just simplify everything. Well, actually, I should say step one is actually bowl yourself out of it. A ton of practice and a ton of league. You usually can bowl yourself out of a slump. Option two is taking a little bit of a break, 1 to 2 weeks off. Don't think about it. Don't do it. Go back in with a full mental and physical reset can help. Step number 3 is just simplify everything, where if you're thinking like too much about like form or things like that, just blank out the mind and just throw the ball. Just walk up and throw and see how that feels. Andrew, thank you for the follow. User, where do you put your eyes? Dots, arrows, or rangefinders? I use arrows. I use arrows for everything. I'm very feel oriented with Breakpoint too, so I don't do like look at a rangefinder, then pull my spot back. I'm really just arrows and then feel on where I am on the lane. Train boy, I got my phase 2 resurfaced to 3,000. It was just kind of lazy. That can happen. The phase 2s don't do well with polish or with higher surfaces. I've noticed that with an old one that I have. It's at about 4,000. It's just not great. And Rain, I was thinking about getting the Ion Max. What's your opinion of it? I really like the Ion Max. It is Storm's best strong asymmetrical ball right now. It's better than the Harsh Reality. It's better than, well, Motive doesn't have an Asim solid in that slot anymore, so it doesn't really count there. It's better than a lot of Brunswick's ones. Go check out, I have a top 5 strong smooth balls of 2024. Go check that out, and that kind of tells you where it fits, but I believe I had it at number 3. I have it up. Let me open my notepad quick. I have it on there. We are at, I put it at, yes, number 3, above the Criterion and above the Evoke. I forgot the Evoke is also still out. Yeah, it is still out. All right. And Khalil, what's going on? All right, I will be catching back up to you, TikTok, but we have a lot going on the YouTube side, so we're going to get back to that one for a little bit. Let's see, Landvetter. I need a ball up from the HK22 Conspiracy. So that is a really strong and smooth ball. If you need more, you could go with an Extreme Envy or even the Max Bias from Radical. So you'll still stay in the same company. That would be my recommendation, as a Max Bias. That is the most hooking bowling ball on the planet right now because the Extreme Envy's gone. Washi, thoughts on the Beyond for a two-hander? I think it's a really good two-handed ball. It's going to be in your strong and sharp slot, so it's going to be your strongest pearl ball, but I really like it. Jorge, hey, what's going on, man? Unsmoken, I have a Widow 3.0. Will I need an Ion Max? You can use one if you're more speed dominant. I would recommend it. Otherwise, I don't think you need it. Brad, I've got a Hustle X-Ray and a spare ball. What should I be looking for in a third ball? Something benchmark or top of the bag? I'd go benchmark. I'd go medium smooth, like a Phase 2 or a Summit Ascent or even an Ion Pro, or you could go over to a different brand like with a Low Flare or a GB5 or something like that. Venom Shock would be a great call. Hey, Whiskey, have you seen any no-thumb league bowler successful with the track cipher? Thinking about drilling one week for my first out of the bag. I honestly don't have many no-thumb, well, two-handers. I don't see the cipher that much. Minnesota is really storm heavy right now. Their Brunswick staffers just, there aren't many of them, and they don't own that many pro shops, so you don't see many Brunswick balls, so I have not. And drilling one week for out of the bag, it's a much smoother ball, so I think it'll be good for you being rev dominant. Jeffrey, track stealth for oil, new blue for dry, and a spare. What would be a good medium oil ball? Thinking symmetric and low diff. If you're looking symmetric and low diff, the Scorpion Low Flare is going to be your play. By far, Scorpion Low Flare. Also a very cheap bowling ball, and it is from Hammer too, so win-win. What other platform is DVL streaming on, Josh? So I used to stream on Twitch. I haven't because I focus more on the bowling side. I want to get back into Twitch streaming. Over there, I was ZVL Gaming. So I switched, did a rebrand for ZVL Bowling. That channel's still out there with a couple hundred followers. But that is what I was streaming on. Otherwise, I'm on YouTube and TikTok right now. So YouTube and TikTok, I have your guys' chats right next to each other, but you guys are just so far away from each other. If I can ever combine the chats, I will, so that we can have everything in one spot. But yes, I'm on YouTube and TikTok. Go follow both, by the way. It's a great idea. Boost your carry percentage by 15% if you follow on both platforms. It's crazy. JR, good evening, ZVL. So far, two-handed Rev Dominant. You've got Ion Max, Harsh Reality Pearl, Ion Pro, Journey, Arctic Vibe, and a Road Warrior is your favorite for the year. I love to hear it. I think you hit it pretty well where you mentioned you want to replace your Journey. The best replacement for the Journey right now is going to be the Optimum Idol Pearl or the Phase AI. So that's what I would recommend, especially if you're looking to replace it already. Michael, good at big balls from Brunswick. You're using an NV Tour and a Mindset. So the current NV Tour and Mindset is going to be the Mesmerize from Brunswick and the Effect Tour. So those are the new NV Tour and Mindset bowling balls. So those would be two really good options. Other really good ones right now, let me think. Black Widow 3.0 is really good. You have the Criterion from Track is money right now. I think those are going to be your best options. League Prodigy, high school matches in League tomorrow night. House shots with recently patchy oil. Thinking of throwing the Extreme, and if that can't finish like it has been, Hammer Effect. Yes, Hammer Effect for my first one, but it was really good yesterday with that stuff. Perfect. No, that's a good play. I like that a lot. Devin, what's the best bowling ball for one-handed bowling in high school? There is a lot to unpack with that, Devin. In general, if you are just starting, I'd recommend a Hustle or a Hammer Raw. If you already have some bowling balls, put them in the chat and then we can pick from there. Revs, how's my arsenal? Did you get your... Yes, I did get your email, Revs. I added 2 more balls. I'll add those to the email. Listening to the stream while in the dentist chair? Hey, dentist, what's going on? If you want to get into bowling, let me know. Let's see, Bowling Prodigy. Really depends on the brand. Yep. Let's see. Garrett, do you utilize 3-point targeting? If so, do you use it as a focal point at the pins or the break point? You should go break point. You should go break point to arrows to earlier if you want to use 3-point to feet, technically. I do not use it, though. Jorge, I spent 70 for plugging and drilling, waited about a week. A week's pretty good. Usually the plugging process, if you're doing, so you can do fingers at one time, but the thumb is in 2 parts usually, where you have to do half of it and then the rest of it because the hole is so big. So that's a pretty good amount of time. Garrett, what's in your current league bag? The Hammer Scorpion Low Flare. And that's it. No, and the Hammer Effect Tour, the Scorpion Low Flare. If I need a shiny ball, I threw an Infinite Physics last week that looked really good. Otherwise, the Web Pearl is something I want to take back out of off of the shelf and back into the bag. That'll be another good one. All right, and Swatsy, Brunswick version of a Phase 2 is going to be the Game Breaker 5. Definitely the GB5. Yep, and I'm in hit it. Perfect. Matt, love the content. You're a speed dominant bowler looking for a weak and smooth ball down from the Phase 2. You're going to look towards an Ion Pro. Definitely an Ion Pro for that. And Ronnie, I'm a two-handed bowler, right-handed. You need a new ball. Let me know what you have, Ronnie, and we can go from there. Let me know what bowling balls you have or had. Swatsy, my friend has the Ion Max and Summit Ascent. Would an Origin fit between them? It would. Origin would fit very well between them. I'll send you an updated list. Yeah, sounds good, man. Sounds good, Revs. And Philip, first off, thank you for all the content and ball updates. Oh, absolutely, Philip, for sure. That's what I'm here for. And David, are you new? The new Chris Beans. I am going to be up to date on all the bowling news. I'm not going to go on a rant against any companies like he did. That is what I'm going to avoid. I know he did that a while ago. He went ham on, I think it was bowlers, other bowlers, or he went bananas on a bowling company or USBC. I won't be doing that. All right, let's jump back. There's a lot of TikTok comments. TikTok, I will be catching up. Oh my God, there are so many. All right, we're going to fly through these. Buckle up, kids. We're going. Make sure to drop a like as we fly through these comments. Jay, High Road OG versus Pearl, High Road Pearl. High Road OG hasn't aged as well as the High Road Pearl has. Sad Hub. I love the name. What's a really good ball for a one-handed bowler? It really depends on what you have in your bag, Sad Hub. If this is your first bowling ball, a Hammer Raw, a Scorpion, a Storm Tropical Surge, or a Rotogrip Hustle will be your plays. Corona, I'm looking to buy a stronger ball. Two-handed lefty and you have an Arctic vibe. I think you're going to want to go with something in the medium and smooth category on our channel. If you want to check out any of my videos in the medium smooth slot will be the play. I would go with like a Hazmat Solid or a GB5 though. Schlumbish, how do you deal about the intense mindset? Oh, how do you feel? I think the intense mindset is really underrated too. Amazing, strong, and asymmetrical ball. It has the shape of an attention star, but just stronger, which is really good. Harry got an Origin, Matic Gem, and an Optimo Idol Pearl. Yeah, I really like that arsenal. You have strong, smooth, strong, sharp, and medium sharp, so you cover your bases really well. I do like it. Pottery, I don't use my thumb. I found a used ball that I love. If I fill the thumb, will it change the action? It will. It'll change it just a little bit, make it hook a little less. Happy Bug Dad, thank you for the ice cream cone. Appreciate it. Let's see. Pottery, we hit. Schneid. What's my average based on my bag? Pitch Black. Ball 4 is a hypercell. Oh, on my bag. 1 through 3 pitch black. Ball 4 is a hypercell. 5 is a gravity evolve. If you have 3 pitch blacks, like if your average is over 200, that's awesome. Andrew, any good ways to stop slightly crossing the foul line? It is all your approach. I would take a few inches back on the approach for wherever you line up. Just take like 6 inches further back and you'll be fine. Harry, you need a video for you. Harry, we do have some video coaching if you subscribe on the TikTok side. I believe it's $8 a month and I'll get you a little video and we'll work on that. But that would be, otherwise I haven't opened up video coaching in any way. I want to show that to the channel a little bit. I'm not a professional coach. I'm only certified to level 1 in USBC standards. That's another rant for another day about USBC coaching standards. But I could try to help. Dax, what do you think of the Physics Blackout? I think the Physics Blackout is one of the weirdest balls and came out at a weird time. It is strong, it is smooth for being a Pearl ball, and it's going to be confused with the Vivo. The Vivo is still being sold, but the Physics Blackout is literally identical in colors, identical in logo color, identical in just color of the ball. The Physics Blackout is just dull, but if you shine up the Blackout or dull the Vivo, they look identical. It came out at a weird time. I'm hoping it does really well. The physics line is always incredible. A lot of people love the physics lines, especially speed dominant bowlers. So if you're more speed dominant, you're going to adore that thing. All right, Corona. Looking to buy a stronger ball as a two-handed lefty. Oh, we did hit that one. Jay, we hit. Where? Oh, did my stuff get screwed up? There we go. VSP, I'm getting a Brunswick T-Zone spare ball. The Pro Shop said it's 60 just to drill for a two-hander. That's a little pricey. For a two-hander, that's a little too much. User, just found out my PAP and saw my revs were 470. Jesus, wow, that's a lot. That's a big number. Christian, I love my original Rubicon ever since I got it. The original Rubicon is really good. Really, really good. Nathan, what's going on? I refuse to ever read your second comment, Nathan. I hope you know that. Oh, God. I respect the dedication to the craft, though. Well done. Schneid, you got ripped off. Yeah. Khalil, I have an IQ Tour since my sophomore year of high school. What ball should I get? Another IQ Tour. Now, if you want something stronger, go with a Phase 2. Definitely go with a Phase 2. Hey, Dylan Ruby, what's going on, man? What's up? Looking to fill the gap between the Ruby and the Vibo, Lightning Blackout or the AI Phase. If you can get the Lightning Blackout cheap, I'd go with that. Otherwise, your best options are going to be the Optimum Idol Pearl or the Phase AI. The Phase AI is going to be a lot smoother off the spot than the Optimum Idol Pearl. And I know you have the rev rate of a Greek god, so I would probably lean towards the Phase AI than the Optimum. Bara, can I get a free Purple Hammer Phase 2 from me? No. No, I would like a new Phase 2, though, if you want to buy me one. Appreciate it. Mine's 4 years old at this point. VSP, I haven't ordered the ball yet, just trying to find a place cheap to drill. Yeah, I would keep looking around. Professor Banger, I love that name. Criterion, Hitter Pearl, Black Widow Hybrid, Venom Shock, Super GT, Hammer Raw, H and Pearl, Hybrid and Pearl. Wow, that is covering your bases pretty well, actually. You pretty much hit everything, so nice job. User, you bought new bowling shoes. They don't slide. Oh, interesting. What does the sole look like? You might just have to wipe it off a lot. So if you can get a wire brush, or you just want to wipe it off with your hand, because that's what'll help you slide. It's just that felt on the front part of the sole. Train Boy, how would I bring my Phase 2 back to factory service? You will need to sand it. Just sand it down to 2000 grit and you'll be good. A pro shop can do that. Otherwise, if you have Abralon pads, you can. Bara, do you know Oscu? I don't know him personally, no, but I do know who Oscu is. Yeah, and you're two-handed? Nice. John B, what's going on? You have a 3.0 with 1000 grit and you're not a fan of it. I'd try putting a little less surface on it. Bring it to like 3000-ish. Leo, is the Phase AI a better pick over the Physics Blackout? For a more versatile ball, yes, absolutely. The Phase Blackout is going to be really good on a lot of oil, but not good on not much oil, where the Phase AI will be better on more conditions. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, we have former President Abraham Lincoln in the chat. Everybody give a round of applause for Abe Lincoln. Honest Abe, he is looking for reactive ball, but drilled for full roll with oversized quick grips. Reactive ball, drilled for full roll, oversized quick grips. If you mean vacuum grips, I mean, that could be fine. You're going up to your second knuckle. That's not bad. A lot of two-handers go up to their second knuckle, actually. Dale, Scorpion Strike versus a Cypher. Scorpion Strike by a landslide. Hi, thank you for the share. That's his name, by the way. I'm not just saying hello. It is just hi. Redneck, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? I bowled my second best game last night. Nice. Congrats, man. Love, you need a new ball. Love, what do you have for bowling balls right now? Jared, I have an IQ Tour Solid, Pitch Black, and an Infused. What would you recommend to add? You might need something stronger than the IQ Solid, like a Phase 2 or a Sublime Focus. Ryan Leach, you have a Marvel Pearl, IQ Tour, Dark Green, cheeky, Origin, and an Optimum Idol. What are you missing? Marvel Pearl, IQ Tour, Dark Green, Origin, Optimum Idol. You have a lot covered, man. Maybe a shiny ball below the Marvel Pearl, if that's too much ball ever, or a ball stronger than the Optimum Idol, like an XL. Chad, what is the biggest hooking ball in the market? The Max Bias from Radical. After that will probably be the Mesmerize from Brunswick. User, as a two-handed rev dominant, 470 rev, 16 miles an hour, would you recommend an IQ or an effect? I would go IQ Tour to start. Then I would go, well, yeah, I would go IQ Tour. Lefties love IQ Tour. Or no, you never said you were a lefty. Never mind. I would still go IQ. Happy Bug Dad. Bought my first ball, looking for something with late and weak break. About to buy your first ball. Looking for something with late and weak break. I got to check my hand to see if the blood has gone through my Band-Aids. It has not, luckily. Looking for something with late and weak break. You might want an Ivory Rhino or an IQ Tour. IQ Tour will actually be better for you. Cody, 78U, Nova, Idle Synergy with 4K. I would think you're missing another weaker smooth ball. Weaker smooth ball will fit well. And Dylan, Black Widow 3.0, Rotogook Clone, Kuda Pearl, Power Piranha Pearl. What's a good next ball? You have your bases covered pretty well. So I think next you're missing just weaker bowling balls like an Ivory Rhino or a Scorpion Low Flare. All right, Kenyon, we will get to you next on the TikTok side. Jerry, thank you for the follow. We're going to go back over to YouTube. We have so many comments. You guys are going ham on the comments. So be a little bit patient with me. We have about 7 billion comments on here, but we will get through all of them. David, yep, the Chris Beans. Ronnie, your bag is a troublemaker and infused a purple slammer, a low flare, and a spare ball. So you don't have much strong stuff. I would recommend an ASIM like an XL or a Black Widow 3.0 or even an Attention Star would fit really well. An Evoke wouldn't be bad. Ren Trim, thoughts on the Phase AI? The AI is good. It's good at what it's supposed to do. It's not good if you spin it, if you have high axis rotation. Its hook window, which means like when it starts hooking versus when it ends hooking, is very short. So when the ball turns, it goes. It just straight up goes. It's a phase in that way. All the phases minus the phase 2 do that. Overall, it is a good ball for a lot of people. A lot of people adore it. Mine is still 50-50. I'm still lukewarm, but it is a good ball for a lot of people. Revs on the left side, TikTok getting banned next year. I'm really hoping not. I'm really hoping it is more of a scarce tactic, or TikTok will find a way to get around that ban. Because that is what I found out is the TikTok shop is the second biggest shop in the world right now behind Amazon. So there's so much money going through there, and there's a lot of creators that would lose their jobs. So I hope not. I really, really hope not. I hope they find a way around it because I love the TikTok side so much for the bowling. So let's really hope it doesn't. Brad, how would a stealth hybrid sit against something like an Ascent in the medium category? Heard great things about the hybrid sitting as a house shot benchmark. So the Ascent is going to be a lot weaker, but a little sharper. So when the stealth hybrid, and the stealth hybrid is a good house shot ball, when that starts hooking a little too early, then the Ascent is going to be really good. And Scotty Boy, thank you for the follow on TikTok. You bowl Phantom, so the oil can be a little less predictable. Often left over from last night. That's not great. That's where the Summit Ascent will be a little better for you. The Stealth Hybrid will be better on fresh. Revs on the left side. Tooth was pulled. Perfect. Put that under your pillow tonight, Revs. You're going to get a nice little quarter, maybe $1 if you're really good. And Sroge, thank you for the follow. Enoch, any advice for fixing early timing? Early timing is tough. What you need to do is just delay pushing the ball in your push away. So if you're pushing the ball away, say on your first step, for example, you're going to want to push it away like halfway after your first step or on your second step. That'll get it to be a little later. And User, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Kumba, you have an Ion Max, Attention Star, AI, and a Thane. Do you know what I should add? Your speed and revs match up pretty well. I would say a solid ball below the Ion Max. Phase 2, Summit Ascent, Optimum Idle, Sublime Focus, something like that. Yo-fo, thank you. Love the channel. Appreciate it. Love having you here, man. Philip, what do you use to target? Yeah, I answered it. Perfect. Yo-fo, how do you get your ball closer to your ankle for a two-hander? What you're going to want to do is almost in your head feel like you're getting it to, like you're going to hit your ankle with the ball. That's what it's going to feel like. You won't get close because habits are hard to break, but you will get closer. So it's going to be weird, but what you could focus on is have like the back of your fingers, pretend like those are trying to hit your pant leg, even if you're not wearing jeans or sweats or joggers or whatever. Just imagine you're trying to hit that and you'll be good. Let's see. Jesmer, could you see the Stealth Hybrid as a benchmark? Absolutely it is, 100%. Paul, would you slot the low flare and a strike in the same bag? Yes, absolutely. Or is the real time? The real time would be a good medium sharp ball too, but yes, you can have the strike and the low flare in the same bag for sure. Will sanding a ball reduce the ball life? It will not. No, a ball can be sanded 1 billion times. You're good. Carter, your current arsenal is I just got to check the time quick. Okay, we're good. Ion Max, Original Stealth, Katana Assault, Raw Hammer Black, Hot Cell. Getting a Theorem for Christmas. I would keep it pin up because you don't have much shiny stuff that's very angular. So your Theorem can be your angular ball. That's what I would recommend. God, we are at 80 viewers on YouTube. Thank you guys all so much on YouTube and TikTok. We're at 38 right now. Thank you, everybody, on every platform. There are so many people here. Love every single one of you. Remember, when you subscribe, your pin carry goes up 15%. It's crazy. I don't make the rules. I just discuss them. That's all. Carter, my Katana Assault is the closest and it's pin up. I would have it similar to that Assault. Drill it just like how the Assault is then. David, top to bottom, you have an exotic gem, a clone, an Axiom Pearl, and a Revenant. I hate the Revenant as it doesn't hook. Weak, clean SPI recommendation. Road Warrior. Definitely a Road Warrior. Balrog, Phase 2, Ion Pro or Effect Tour. You have a Ruby and a Spare Ball. Go with the Ion Pro. It's going to be a little closer, and then you can build up from there. Unless you really need a ball to hook, then I would go Effect Tour. Hey, Maribeth, what's going on? I can back that. Pin carry does go up. You don't even need 15% to pin carry. You already average like 240. 15% to you gets you to 250. Like, you're breaking house records then. That's not fair. Give your 15% to somebody else. That'd be appreciated. Grumpo, what cleaner have you found that leaves the ball the most tacky? I think it's step 1 or step 2 from Storm leaves the ball pretty tacky. Guys, never mind. He's mean. Oh, just kidding. I said nothing. No, don't give away your 15% then. Do subscribe. Philip, do you think changing your pin from 4 to 5 will make a big change? It does. It makes the ball a lot longer and sharper, so it's going to hook a lot later for you, and you will definitely notice it. What is my rev rate, Swatsy? That's a good question. I might reach 400, maybe. Close, 350 to 375, hopefully. Kelsey, keep the 15% or double it for the next bowler. Yes. Maribeth is doubling hers to the next bowler. Who's got the next? Kelsey's got the next. It's your call if you want to keep the doubled percentage or hand it off to the next person. Yofo, we're going to get to a lot. Yofo, if a pearl ball stops hooking, would sanding it fix the issue? It does not damage the cover at all. If it stops hooking, it will get it to hook. That's for sure. Zach, you can't give away my 15%. Why not? What were you going to, you choose keep? Oh, you just ruined it then. Fine. Maribeth's being greedy and keeping her 15% pin carry. Philip, greatly appreciate your suggestions. Absolutely. Ben, one-handed speed dominant bowler. Currently have an Ion Pro and an Attention Star. Let's see. What would you recommend for my next ball? Doesn't have to be Storm. You're speed dominant. One-handed, Ion Pro, and Attention Star. You're going to want something stronger. You're going to want like a Phase 2 or a Sublime Focus will be the right play. Taylor, two-hander. You have an Exponent, but I typically only play on old open play patterns. Oh, Lord. Exponent hooks too much when playing the right, but won't hook at all when playing left. Thinking an Ion, I would go AI over the Ion Max. Definitely AI will be a little better for beat-up lanes. And XQC, how much surface should I put on my Attention Star? I would keep it around 3,000 if I were you. That'll probably be the best. There are so many comments. I promise I'm going to catch up to all of them. Grumpa, best dry to medium balls. Traditional down and in lefty one-hander. Tilt and axis rotation are 15 degrees. Rev rate is 175 to 200. Current speed is 11 to 15. Let's see. I would go, you're going to want like a Hustle X-Ray. A Hustle X-Ray might fit really well. Kuro, Harsh Reality, Attention Star, Ion Pro, Phase AI, IQ Ruby, and a Spare. What do you think? What would you replace? Harsh Reality, Attention Star, Ion Pro, AI, Ruby, and a Spare. I think the only thing you're missing is something between the Ion Pro and the Harsh, like a Phase 2 or a Sublime Focus. And Philip, what's going on? All right, we're gonna hit Garrett, and then we're gonna jump back over to the TikTok. Garrett, how did the Scorpion Low Flare not make your top 5? Because I tried to make it as not subjective. I tried to make it objective, and the Scorpion Low Flare isn't everybody's favorite ball, but I would go, I think it's a number 2 ball of the year personally, but I didn't think it was top 5 compared to the other ones and compared to what others think. I'm on an island to a certain degree with a lot of you of how great the low flare is, and I think other people just don't understand it yet. It's an acquired taste. It's just all acquired taste. The low flare should have been on there, but I did it just because I didn't put it on there solely because it's a little too subjective. But let's go back over to TikTok. Oh, I have to scroll so far to catch up to where we were. Oh God, where are we? Oh God, we're still scrolling. Oh, we're still scrolling. Okay, we found it. Jared, I believe we hit Jared. We hit that one. We hit that one. Kenyon. Yeah, Kenyon, you're next. For a strong ASIM for a balanced bowler, Physics Blackout or Intention Star? Strong ASIM, go Physics Blackout, definitely. Train Boy, what would you keep the IQ Ruby at 2,000? And would you keep the IQ Ruby at 2,000? Yes, I would. I would just keep it there. Jonathan, tour guys are already blowing up the Physics Blackout up. Well, good. Good. I haven't seen, I know a lot of the guys really like it. Mikey threw a 300 with it Mikey Tang in his review. I know Stu, I think, threw a 300 with it. It looks really good. It's super smooth and pearl, so it gets a little further down lane. So kind of a win-win. Love, I have a Harsh Reality Pearl and a Road Warrior. What should you get next? I'd go with a solid ball, like a Summit Ascent. User, where do you look? We hit that one. PTZ, I have a Phase 2 and Expo Pearl. What's a good middle ball? I'd say a Phase AI or an Optimum Idol Pearl will be the best middle ball for you. Also, we are about to hit 100 concurrent viewers on YouTube. Oh my God. Thank you so much, everybody on YouTube. I really appreciate it. That is insane. Thank you all out there. Kumba, I have a Phase AI, an Ion Max, Attention Star, Urethane, and a spare ball. Do you know what I could get? AI, Ion Max, Attention Star, Urethane, and a spare ball. I would go with a strong ball below the Ion Max. Phase 2, Summit Ascent, Sublime Focus even will be good. And we have Cole. My coach told me I'm reaching. I have never heard the word reaching ever in bowling. I'm sorry, I can't help with that one. I have no idea what that means. If anyone in the comments knows what reaching is, definitely put it down. Dylan, hey, you got a free ball? Nice. I'm thinking something more tumbly. I would go tumbly for year 2. You don't have a problem getting a ball to hook. That's for sure. Also shot your first 8. Nice. Congrats, man. I would go AI then if you want something more tumbly. Kumba, looking to finish my 6-ball arsenal. All right, drop what you have, Kumba, and we'll go from there. Train Boy, bringing both my P2 and my Ruby. Yes, absolutely. Shuo, is the Hazmat Hybrid good for low speed and revs? It can be, yeah. It's a little stronger, so I think it can fit well. Sraj, I'm a natural 2-hand lefty backup bowler. That's a sentence. Learning regular. Should I get the Supra? If you need a new ball, the Supra is a good weaker option to get you accustomed to bowling normal, quote unquote normal. There is no bowling normal. That's not a thing. Let's see. Aaron, Physics Blackout, Optimum Idol Solid, Columbia Ricochet, and Tropical Storm. One-hander, no thumb. You're going to want a lot of weaker balls, so you might need something to pair with the Tropical Storm, like a Hustle X-Ray or something like that. Jerry, thank you for the follow. Squid, I just lost your comment. Are you kidding me? Squid, where'd you go? There you are. Hiding from me. Optimum Idol, Black Venom, and Blue Coral Venom, and a Hustle Rip. What would you recommend? Okay, let's think about this one. Optimum Idol and Black Venom. Okay, so you have some smooth balls. Blue Coral Venom. I hope TikTok doesn't, drop my viewers because I'm saying balls all the time. That's a hard thing with bowling. TikTok has a lot of filters. And Blue Coral Venom, Hustle Rip. What do you recommend? Idol, Black Venom, Blue Coral, Hustle Rip. You might need a stronger shiny ball like an Optimum Idol Pearl or a Phase AI. Or the new, not Pride, Primal, the new Primal Rage. Sraj, now, yeah, we hit that one. Maribeth, package? What? Package. I missed that comment. I saw the second one, but I didn't see the package. JZY, I have an Eternity Pie. Do you think I need a stronger ball? You're highly rev dominant, so I don't think so. I think that Eternity should be the strongest thing you need. Will filling the thumb on a ball change its action? It will, Pottery. It will make it a little smoother. Jacob, you have a Black Widow 3.0 and a purple. You're going to want to go in between with like a Scorpion Strike. Something shiny and symmetrical. Brandon B, you see anything on the Deviate Heckler? Yes, the Heckler is really well liked right now, but it's a very, very strong. Much stronger than people thought it would be. The cover must be just a little stronger, but really good ball. Jerry, how is the Venom Shock and the Coral? Two of the best balls ever made. The Venom Shock by far and away, top 3 bowling ball ever made. The Blue Coral is really good. It's just really weird. It's slightly longer, but still smooth compared to a Venom Shock. PTZ, thank you for the follow. Scotty Boy. Ion Max, Ion Pro, Phase 2, Sublime, Zen, Origin. You honestly have almost everything covered. You might need a shiny ball below the Zen is all I would recommend. Like a Road Warrior would fit really well with you. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Sraj, thank you for the follow. User, thank you for the follow. Papo Maldonado. Do you think that the AI is good for wood lanes? I think it can be for a little bit. It is very strong yet, so it might not be the best. There are better options. I think the Road Warrior is a little better. We have Boss Man. What do you think of the AI and the Ion together? That's a good 1-2 combo. It's a really good 1-2 punch. Stanley, what are the best ways to clean my ball without paying? If it gets covered by, if it happens at the bowling center, you can bring it to your pro shop and say, hey, lane whatever did this to my ball. Could you clean it up for me? They should clean it up pretty quick. Otherwise, it's just going to take some water and a lot of scrubbing. Because cleaners are going to be your best bet, but otherwise you can just use water. Justin, you have an Ion Pro, Phase AI, Real Time, Big Bite, Breakaway, Spare Ball. Don't love your Ion or AI. You might want to stick towards Brunswick then, because if you like your Brunswick ones and don't like the Storm ones, I'd recommend that. Scotty Boy, what do you think about the Hustle Rip? It is the best Hustle right now, by far. And Extend, what's a good ball weight? I'm 190. Don't listen to Maribeth. I would go 15 pounds. 15 or 14 will be your best play. Jaluma, 758. Nice. Congrats. Boss Man, we hit. Cole, how do you carry on twister pins? You hit light. You hit light and pray they carry. Twister pins are weird. Betty X, thank you for the follow. Joker, I'm hoping to bowl the Storm Youth Championship. Wondering how I should play the oil pattern. I think did Maribeth might have hit this one. It depends. What is the oil pattern? Because it can be a lot of things. Aaron, Physics Blackout, Optimum Idle Solid. We hit that one actually. Kelsey, yep, keep the 15 or double it. Chris, what's a good way to clean a ball? We just hit. We hit that. We hit that. Papa, we hit. Ben, you have a UFO, a Rip, an Idle Pro and Pearl, and a Pitch Black, and a Game Breaker. That's a lot. You're going to want a stronger solid ball like an Optimum Idle Solid or even an XL. Joker, we hit. Ryan, how close are GB5 and DV8 Troublemaker? Very far apart. Very, very far apart. Kelsey, fellow ex-PJBT bowler. Do you know Maribeth? I'm really sorry for that. That's awesome, though. Extend, we hit. Yeah, if you have a pattern, Joker, let me know. Yeah, Extend. She was trolling, unfortunately. She's mean like that. Let's see. Scott, Raptor Fury, Pride Empire, Blue Coral Venom, Max Thrill Blue Yellow, and a low flare. I think you're just really missing a solid stronger ball like a GB5 or even a Black Widow. Did we bowl together? Kelsey, bit older. Beanie Fisher, Motive Venom Shock. Should I knock the shine off? I would recommend it, yeah. Sad Hub, any tips you know how to throw the ball slower? Yes, move a little bit up on the approach. Slow your footwork down then. That's going to help out a lot. Maribeth, I'm so happy for all your success, Zach. Oh, thanks. I was just mean to you and you're being nice. Now I feel like a jerk. Dang it. Devin, would you consider the new Primal Rage to be medium and sharp? Yes, I would. That would be the perfect spot for it. Cole, Ion Max, Ion Pro, Phase AI, Vibo, IQ Ruby, and a spare ball. Ion Max, Ion Pro, AI, Vibo, Ruby. You're probably missing something between the Max and the Pro, so like a Summit Ascent or a Phase 2 or a Sublime Focus. Jake Boswell, thank you for the follow. PTZ, IQ Tour would work in yours too. Yes. All right, we have so many comments. Oh my God, there's so many. We're catching up little by little. Jalen, can the Ion Pro and the Vibo go into the same league bag at a medium friction house? Yes, they pair really well because the Ion Pro won't hook too early, and the Vibo will hook a little earlier, but be angular. Josh Kirby, you have an Ascent in XL, a Blackout, a Pearl, Idle Pearl, Ion Pro, Reality Check, and a Hustle. Okay, let's think about that one. So you have an XL in your strong slot, along with a Physics Blackout and a Reality Check. You have a Summit Ascent and an Idle Pearl and an Ion Pro in your medium to weaker slots, and then that Hustle in the definite weak slot. You might want something above the Ion Pro, like a Phase 2 or a Sublime Focus. Let's see. And Wash Schaefer. I have a 278 in high school match today. One-handed righty. Congrats. That's awesome. Yep, Sad Hub, we hit that. Cameron, thank you for the follow. Maribeth, how do you like the new physics blackout? I think it's interesting. A sanded pearl that looks identical to the Vibo is a little weird, but I love the physics line, so I'm excited to see it. If you're highly rev dominant, might not be the best ball until there's a lot of oil, but for someone like me who's 12 feet tall, basically, who has way too long of arms, I need the ball to slow down for me. What is that? That just scared the hell out of me. Oh my God. TikTok just made a noise saying, we've detected inactivity. We are not inactive, TikTok. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, complete the verification. I did. Okay. Oh, wow. That was that. I'm checking my heart rate after that one. I don't know if it looked like I jumped, but I felt like I jumped on that. Jesus Christ. Where is my heart rate monitor? Holy shit. I thought somebody walked in like to my apartment. It was 71 a little bit ago. We're going to see that quick. But I think the Physics Blackout will be really good for speed dominant bowlers. It'd be good for someone like me who wants to play further left on a heavier pattern. And especially if I'm bowling on 49 feet like this last weekend, that would be perfect for me. Because then I won't get absolutely slaughtered. And Cole, did we hit you, Cole? We did. We hit you, Cole. Lewis, the Primal Rage Evolution is a great ball. Nice. That's awesome with the scores. Justin, how does the new physics compare to the Infinite? It's going to be slightly earlier, but it's going to be a similar shape down lane. Just a little bit earlier, and that's about it. All right, our bowls, we will hit you next. Oh, Zach, my arsenal consists of every storm ball out right now. What do? You're going to strike with all of them. You're probably going to average 230 with all of them, so just close your eyes and pick one. Pick the prettiest one. Pick the Optimum Idle Pearl. That's it. That is the best looking storm ball right now, and I will die on that hill. All right, let's jump back over. We have a bunch of comments over on YouTube, so I will be catching up to you, YouTube. We are back. I need to remember where we were. We were at No Respect. No Respect, you have an Eminem started two-handed, and you need a three-ball arsenal. You're going to want to stay lower in the bag, so I would go with like a Summit Ascent and maybe a Phase AI, or actually, no, go Road Warrior. So Road Warrior and a Summit Ascent. Swazi, you have the Mesmerize, Pure Envy, one Reverb, and a Strike. You're going to want a solid ball, weaker than the Mesmerize and the Pure Envy. Something like a Hazmat Solid or something like a Low Flare will be the play. XQC, you have an Ion Max, Attention Star, Black Hammer. You're going to want a lot of symmetrical balls below that. So you're going to need some medium smooth or medium sharp bowling balls. Dennis, two-handed rev dominant righty. You have a Primal Shock, Black Venom, Hyper Venom. You're missing a ball or two as the Black Venom isn't working out as a benchmark ball. I would go with a Pride Liberty. I know you say it doesn't need to be motive, but I think a Pride Liberty would be a little better choice for you then if the Black Venom isn't really it. Seth, I'm a one-handed lefty. You have an Ion Max, Attention Star, P2, AI, Purple Hammer. What are some good options to complete your six-ball arsenal? One-handed lefty, Ion Max, Attention Star, Phase 2, AI, and a purple. I really like that arsenal. You might want another smooth ball like an Effect Tour or an IQ Tour. Probably an IQ Tour with what you have will be the play. Yofo, can a Purple Hammer work as a spare ball? Absolutely. Kumba, would you say the High Road Pearl could fit? I think it could. It's a very weak Pearl ball, though, right now, but I think it still could. JR, would you consider the Primal Evolution over the AI or the Idle? I wouldn't. I would put all of those on around the same level. I am a big fan of the Optimum Pearl right now, but I think the AI and Primal Rage are really good for other people. The Primal Rage is the weakest of the three. The Optimum Pearl is the strongest of the three. Next, Garrett, what slot would you put the Ethos Hybrid? Definitely medium smooth. Lewis, you have an Extreme Envy, an Absolute, and a Phase 2, but you don't like the Envy reaction. And what can I get to bowl on fresh? The Extreme Envy is a very strong ball, so you might want a weaker smooth ball like an XL or a Black Widow 3.0 or even a hitter if you can find an old hitter. Matthew, you have a Parallax, High Road Max, and a Lightning Blackout. Going to a local tournament, do you need something for heavy? Yeah, you don't really have much in the smoother department, so like an XL or an Ion Max or a Mesmerize or a Sub-Zero Forge or an Evoke will work. Edison, need a suggestion for a ball after the 3.0, only good for 2 games. Go to something shiny like a Scorpion Strike or even a Hammer Effect. Capigna, what's going on? Devin, any tips to throw the ball slower? I think we kind of hit that one already. Jake, what's a nice step down from the Envy Tour? Solid. Threw a kinetic Cobalt in game 3 and it shot off the end of the pattern. It just, it's a big step down, the kinetic Cobalt, so you might need a step in between, like a Scorpion Low Flare that's going to be smoother. Capigna, thoughts on the XL? Bought it for my friend. He was missing an ASIM Solid, has the Effect and the Optimal Idol and the Ruby. I really like the XL. It came out at a bad time, so sales aren't as good with it, but I think it's a really good piece. Really, really good ball. Will, my typical layout is 45 by 4 by 20. Thinking getting the Physics Blackout. Any layout suggestions? Physics Blackout, 16 miles an hour, 400 revs. You're a little more rev dominant. You're going to want it to be smoother. I like your typical layout, but I would bump that pin to PAP distance to at least 4.5. I'd go 4.5 to 4 3/4 inches. And then that third angle, I'd bring up to like 45. So I'd go like 45 by 4 3/4 by 45. Make it a little, not make it lock up so early. Chris, don't forget to like the video. Yes, YouTube crew, listen to Chris. Thank you all for the likes. We have 27 right now, so don't forget to do that. Would really, really appreciate it if you do. Revs on the left. I had a chance to get the OG Effect and Outer Limits Pearl. I picked the Pearl. Feel like I picked wrong? No, the Outer Limits Pearl is really good. Oh, it doesn't roll or hit the same? That's not as good. That is not good at all. Huh. Tony Starks, enjoy the chat. Thank you. Josh Getty, rate your arsenal. You have a Zigzag Solid, an Attention Star, an Ascent, a Road Warrior, and an Ice. It's a pretty good 1, 2, 3, 4 combo. I like it, Josh. That's a really good 4-ball arsenal. Carter, I commented earlier about having a Rotogrip Hot Cell as a urethane. It's older. I'm not in love with it. Nobody liked the Hot Cell. Don't worry. Should I look into newer urethanes? What should I get? I would go Purple Hammer. Purple Hammer or Pitch Black will be your best options. That'll be your play. Josh, looking to build my first bag as a no thumb, right-handed, rev dominant, starting off with adding a spare ball, an Ion Pro, and a Lightning. What are your thoughts? That's a perfect start. Starting lower in the bag, not too strong, getting the spare ball because it's best, so good play. Garrett, is easier to build a bag sticking with one brand. It's easier, but that's what I'm here for, to help you build it if you want to try different brands. I always recommend trying different brands to see what fits your game best. Some people will throw best with Storm, some will throw best with Motive, some best with Brunswick, a handful best with Swag. Sometimes. Aaron, Physics Blackout. I shouldn't drag Swag. That's my bad. Aaron, Physics Blackout, Optimum Idol Solid, Ricochet, Tropical Storm. Yeah, you're missing a couple weaker balls. I think we already mentioned that with the mixing with the Tropical Storm. Devin, any tips to throw the ball slower? We hit. Smith Farms, rocking a Hazmat Solid. Can't seem to get my hand under the ball and really give it the business. Any tips? I would recommend some one-step drills or not using as much muscle. You could try to get your elbow in a better position, get it a little more inside of the bowling ball. That'll cause your hand to be more inside of it also. Chris, gotta go. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Chris. Jay Bettis, ever roll a 3D offset hammer? I have not, but I've heard pretty good things about the Attack. The original, hit or miss. Smith Farms, no, unfortunately. Wait, what did someone say? I don't know. Oh, to the 3D. The Urethane Southpaw. You need help. You're a lefty one-hander. I'm guessing you like urethane. Effectour, Hammer Urethane, Purple Hammer. My second bag is Evoke, EJ, and Vibo. What do you get next? So you have a lot of smooth balls, which is good as a lefty, but Effectour, Hammer Urethane, and a Purple Hammer, and an Evoke, and an EJ. I honestly think you do need a shot, and you love your current bag. IQ Tour, I think, is something you're missing. You have a big gap after your EJ. So I would go IQ Tour. Balrog, is NRG Pearl good for dry? It isn't. It's a little too strong for dry, Balrog. Bettis, reaching, maybe leaning over the line. Maybe that's it. Your hand is just staying in the ball too long. That would fit. Garrett, your thoughts on Urethane on the house shot? If it works, go nuts. I don't recommend it because pin carry is tough. But if that's your best play, go ham. XQC, where would the GB5 fit? It would be medium smooth. Definitely medium smooth. Anything better than that, go check out my medium smooth video. I have the GB5 as #1 for the year. So no, technically. And Philip, let's see. Suggestion for a ball down or two. Current lineup is an Ion Pro, Attention Star, AI, and an Ice. They don't re-oil in the second league, and you really don't have much weak stuff. You're going to want a Road Warrior for sure. Yeah, you're definitely going to want a Road Warrior with that. And RJ, thank you for the $1.99 dono, a super chat. Thank you so much for super chat. Katana Strike and Breakaway, same scale slot. The Katana Strike's going to be strong, and the Breakaway is going to be more medium smooth. So they are actually going to be in different spots. They'll complement each other pretty well. And thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Grumpa, any chance you have heard if there are more tracker hammer balls coming out soon? Yes, there are before the end of the year. I don't know what they are, but I will guarantee something will come out by end of year from those companies and from Motive. 100% there'll be something. David, how does the Expo Pearl roll compared to the Ruby? It does read earlier. For sure it does. And Maribeth, thank you for the singular rose. Appreciate it. And Waniac, what's going on, man? Good to see you there. Do you had a duck? Is your duck always been there in your profile name? I can't remember if you always had a duck there. I love it though. Stephen, howdy. First time catching you on YouTube. Hey, thanks for hopping in, man. Manaflala, aloha from Japan. What's going on? Tokyo, can we get a hammer to name their next release the Darnold? The Darn for Sam Darnold. We are not a Sam Darnold glaze chat here, are we? He's good. He threw for a lot of tutties, but still Sam Darnold. You didn't have it? Okay, perfect. I love the duck then. Maribeth, throwing a lot of roses all over the place. We're at 22 on the stream. Thank you so much. Smith, any tips to get your hand under the ball? My hazmat struggles on the High School Phantom 2. Anything I could do different? Or should I ball up? I would not try to fix physical game things during like league or tournaments. So I would ball up in those situations. But outside of those situations, I would try getting your hand more underneath the ball with either one-step drills, no-step drills, or try to use less muscle and get your elbow in a better position. Let's see. Innovator solid, Vibo, Hazmat solid, Ethos Pearl, Rattler solid, Sneak Attack hybrid, two-hander with 1 billion revs. Holy cow, that's a lot of stuff. Innovator solid, then a Vibo, then a Hazmat solid, then an Ethos Pearl, then a Rattler solid. I really like that arsenal. I really, really do. That's a good arsenal. No respect, using simple green and a $1 Mr. Clean Eraser. Ooh, the $1 Mr. Clean Eraser. I like it. For cleaning a ball. Garrett, Envy Tour, too strong for a benchmark? Envy Tour, yeah, I think it is. A little too strong. Manaflala, from my experience and understanding, getting under the ball involves lower body timing. It involves a lot of things going right to get your hand underneath the ball. A lot of different things. So there's lower body, there's upper body, there's a lot of things that go into it. Grumpo, what's the best way to tell my PSO I don't like when he drills matching value layouts? 25 by 5 by 25 is too hard for me to throw decent. That is That is a weird layout, 25 by 5 by 25. I would ask to get a specific layout. Go with 45 by 4.5 by 45 instead. It's going to be a lot better than 25 by 5 by 25. 25 by 5 by 25 is going to want to hook super early because of the first number. It's going to want to be really angular because of the third number, but the second number wants it to push down lane, so it's kind of fighting itself. Let's see. Tyler, I have a Black Widow 2.0, a Storm Fate, and an Extreme Envy. Just bought the Physics Blackout. Nice. I hope you like the Blackout. Waniac dropping news on us. Hold on. I saw Motive approved December 5th, the Jackal Howl. They do not have a ball in that slot, in that strong and smooth slot right now, besides the Sub-Zero and Evoke. So that makes sense. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's a Jackal. Or a shiny one. That could work too. Is it Dr. Robels? Or D Robels? Either way, could you just drill out and glue plugs in holes instead of filling the holes? No, the glue will come undone pretty quick. It is an option, but it's not a good idea. The weight just doesn't work well. Manaflala. Oh, there's so many more comments. Holy cow. Let's see. That might be a good layout for a long spore shot. That's what I was thinking. Dawn, Physics Blackout or the Harsh Pearl for between your 3.0 and a Phase 2? I'd try the Blackout, honestly, Don. I'd try the Blackout out. Griffin, I have a Max Thrill Solid, Fatal Venom, Venom Shock, Nuke, Jackal Ghost, and a Crimson, looking to get the Sub-Zero. The Sub-Zero would fit actually pretty well. It would be in front of the Ghost. So I like it. It's going to hook a bunch for you, though. Manaflala, is there another live chat? Yes, I am live on both YouTube and TikTok for everybody out there. I'm live on both, so I'm jumping between chats right now. So I'm jumping between YouTube and TikTok chat. So apologies if I don't get to you too quickly. I have 2 chats that I'm trying to run through, so there's a little more to keep up on. Maribeth, I should make you a mod on this so you can join in on the fun for answering questions. That would be the play. That would 100% be the play. Make you do things. That's a great idea. Yes. There we go. That was easy. Oh, you actually want to? Oh, I would. Deal. Make me do things. Can I, why does it give me the unfollow? Oh, there you go. Continue. Congratulations. You're a mod. Congratulations. Everyone claps for Maribeth because she is now a mod on the ZVL Bowling channel. Woo. Sorry, did I answer that too fast? No, you did not at all. And you are probably smarter with a lot of bowling stuff than I am because you have as many accolades as possible. So yeah. Then Train Boy giving the claps. Thank you. Perfect. All right, let's see. Let's keep catching up on YouTube a little bit and then we'll jump over to TikTok. I did see Arbolz. I will check out your comment in just a second. Let's see. How do you fix your release of the ball is rolling over one of the finger holes? You're a little too up the back of the ball, Yofo, so you're going to want to be a little more around it. And Maribeth, best moment of my life. Perfect. I'm glad. Happy holidays to you. I'm glad I could be here for this moment. I'm glad I could be the reason for this moment, actually. Don, the Origin is pretty. It is. I had the Origin as number 6 on my list. T-Bull, can you recommend a good mid or moderate and long strong ball from Storm? Mid to moderate Phase 2 or the Summit Ascent. Long and strong, I would go Origin. I think Origin or the Attention Star. All right, and then Devin, what is a good speed to throw the bowling ball one-handed? 18 miles an hour, that's pretty good. Just need, as long as you have a good amount of revs, that's a really good idea. Foggy, how do you convert other angles to Storm 2LS? It is not easy. You basically have to, it's not the easiest. You have to reverse engineer it to a certain degree, which isn't the most fun. So you just go backwards on the list of like how to do 2LS layout with what you have on the ball right now. Michael Finley, you have high tilt. Are there certain ball types that would benefit high tilt? Smoother bowling balls, smoother solids will be the play. XQC, any tips on figuring out what layout you want? I do have a video on layouts and explaining the numbers, so go check that out. It's on YouTube or on TikTok under ball tips. All right, YouTube, I'm going to leave you for just a second. We're going to jump over and hit a lot of TikTok comments. Holy cow. I think the last one was We did that. Oh, Arbols. I have an Effect Tour, an Anger, a Criterion, a Mesmerize, a White Dot, an IQ Tour, a Hitter Pearl, an NU. Holy cow. You have a Criterion as your strong with a Mesmerize and an Effect Tour. You have a Hitter Pearl is really your only stronger sharp ball, and then you have a big gap between the Effect Tour and your IQ Tour. So I think you're missing a ball between the Effect Tour and IQ Tour. And then shiny wise, you might have a big gap between the Hitter Pearl and the Anger. Not as big of a gap, so I would focus on those solid bowling balls. Get something between the Effect Tour and the IQ. Coda, are you going for a sponsorship for a bowling company? I am not. I'm not going for anything exclusive. My goal is to still give you guys unbiased reviews for as many not as many channels, as many companies as humanly possible. So I would be in for a sponsorship if it means I can still talk about other companies. But right now, no, I haven't pushed very hard and no one's reached out. So nothing right now, Coda. Jerseys, different story. Shoes, different story. And grips, different story. I would love that, but here we are. Betty Yucks, Extreme Envy, Absolute, Phase 2, and Arctic. Okay, we hit that one already. Maribeth, yep, throw the Optimum Idol, Pearl only. Hysteric Eric, nice name. Any tips on speeding up the ball two-handed? Yes, I stand all the way back. You're going to want to speed up the feet. So you're just going to want higher tempo and higher pace when you're going to the line. Train Boy, so put both my Phase 2 and Ruby? Yes, yep. Also my Ruby, hey Sean, thank you for the follow on TikTok. My IQ Ruby was at 3,000 grit. Same with my Phase 2. Bring them both to 2,000, Train Boy. That'll be the right play. Devin, nice to hear. I asked my wife to get the Primal for Christmas because I need a medium sharp ball. That'll fit perfectly, Devin. Train Boy, you're extremely rev down, but if the IQ is still not hooking, I would bring it down yet. Max Franklin, what do you think about the Attention Star? I think it is arguably the best ball of 2024. Oh, I would say top 5 ball of 2024. IDK, you have a Magic Gem, a Vibo, an Absolute Power, a Zen, and an Exponent. What would you bring to League? I would go Vibo, Absolute Power, and a Zen. That's what I would bring to League. Preston Ray, Forge Fire, Ripcord Flight, Summit, IQU, Gem, and a Fate. Forge Fire, not the Flare. You don't really have many solid bowling balls. You do have the Gem and the Summit, but after that, you really don't. An IQ Tour would fit pretty well. Let's see, Maribeth, you're so real for that. Optimum Idol Pearl is my best friend. College events, that ball is fantastic. It's really, it is the Pearl ball from Storm, in my opinion, right now. I know the AI came out and it's good for a lot of people. I think the Optimum is a bit better. Which reminds me, I need to get an Optimum Pearl. I really do. That part of my bag is really missing some bowling balls. Mayday, is the Anger a good ball for when the lanes dry out? Yes, absolutely. Nick Leslie, best new ball out right now. I would go Effect Tour over the last couple months. I'm biased though because I have that and it was awesome. Theorem Pearl's pretty good right now. And actually also the Road Warrior. Road Warrior is up there too. And the S2. The Attention Star S2 is really good too. That ball is being slept on right now. Crypto, what is the blue hammer made of? Not urethane? Oh, the not urethane one, it is just a very smooth and early reactive cover stock. It's trying to mimic urethane is what it's doing. Spam, is there a big difference between 14 and 15? The cores are a little different, but that's it. Usually the cores are a little weaker in 14-pound balls compared to 15. Mike, what oil volume should I use the Widow 2.0 on? So you're going to want more oil volume, or that's what you're going to want to throw it on, is more oil. Waniac, Devin, no shame my boy Sammy. Don't shame my boy Sammy. IDK we hit. Jason, your recommendation for a ball for a full roller. Full roller is going to be the same as everybody else. You're going to want smoother bowling balls, but you're going to want to make sure they're drilled properly. When you're full roller, you have to put a different layout on a bowling ball. So make sure your pro shop is doing that. And Waniac, if anything's going to be announced by Brunswick, it will be next Tuesday. They do announce on Tuesdays. What do you think of the Ion and AI in an arsenal? I like those two together really well. Let's see. A lot of yeses from Maribeth, our new mod. Let's see. YouTube chat says it's disabled. Says what's disabled, IDK? Let me know. Let me know what's disabled. What did you say earlier? I don't remember. Uh-oh. That's not good. Subscribing? Oh, it better not be. That would be really sucky. Let's see. Our bowls we hit. Train Boy got the claps for Maribeth. Cole, how much does drilling affect the ball? It does affect it quite a bit. It does affect it a good amount. It really more affects it if you mess it up too much compared to if you get it close. So if they mess it up, it's really not good. Devin, my brother wants to get the GB4 as a benchmark. I tell him get the Phase 2. They're both good options. The GB4 hybrid will be a little later and sharper than the Phase 2. So if he's more rev dominant, I would go GB4 hybrid. Let's see. Steve Short. I have a Black Widow 2.0 and a Stealth hybrid. What's a good ball to finish out my bag? Black Widow 2.0 and a Stealth hybrid. You're going to want something shinier like an effect, like an intense mindset, or like a Scorpion Strike. Hey, Nathan's back. What's going on? Sean, thank you for the follow. Mike, bowled in a tournament. I lost to someone that shoots a backup ball every shot. Hey, that happens in bowling. I've lost to bowlers that just throw it straight. It has happened in a handicap tournament. I got clobbered by somebody who threw it like 12 miles an hour right at the head pin. I think that was a $1,000 tournament too, if I remember right. I think it was one of the $1,000 events. Ugh. Ian, what's going on? Train Boy, gonna head out. See you later, Train Boy. Dre Houdini, thank you for the follow. Mike, I just put surface on my ball for the first time. Wasn't getting the reaction I wanted. Good call. If you don't like it, yeah, good call. And Maribeth, I do like the Road Warrior. Another ball I need to get. That Road Warrior looks incredible, and it fills a cool slot in the bag that there aren't many great bowling balls out for right now. If I knew more about the Road Warrior, when I made my medium sharp ball arsenal, which is coming out next Sunday, I definitely would have put it on the list. I am going to get flamed for that. Just like I got flamed for not putting the Optimal Idol Solid on my medium smooth list. Wow, did they hit me hard. All right, Nathan Zakai. Let's see, Dre, speed dominant two-hander, 3-ball arsenal. I would go check out my speed dominant video, Dre. That'll be easiest. That's out on YouTube or on TikTok. Nick Leslie, best new ball we hit. Steve Short, thank you. You are welcome. Maribeth, come to Pennsylvania. Like our collaboration. Oh, it's happening. It'll be New Year, definitely. It'll probably be January or February. So let me know when your college tournaments are, because I don't want to get in the way of that. You know, I can't get in the way of a college athlete. So yeah, let me know. Got to make sure I don't get in the way of that ring that you guys just got. All right, we're going back to YouTube. We have so many comments on YouTube. We're going to hit them all, though. Let's go. We're locking in. Now, our topic of the day is how to build a bowling bag. And the goal of this is hit a lot of these comments, and that's going to help you guys learn where certain balls fit and where it all goes. Also, before I forget, make sure to drop a sub on YouTube, make sure to drop a follow on TikTok, and make sure to drop likes on both platforms. It helps me out immensely. I get paid for all this. It's not a crazy amount, but it does help me push the channel out to more people, and that's my goal, is to become a bigger bowling content creator to help more bowlers out. There aren't many great bowling content creators out there, so my goal is to help you guys, get you guys as educated as humanly possible so you make the right choices when buying a bowling ball, or help you just become a better bowler, because that is a great feeling to have progress in this sport. Get your first 200, get your first 300, your first 150 maybe. Buying a new bowling ball that you're super hyped about. So, and yes, remember, like Maribeth says, your strike percentage goes up 15% if you subscribe. It's a crazy number. It's awesome. Fantastic. But let's get back into it. We're starting with Stuart. A symmetrical bag of a Hazmat Solid, a Journey, an IQ Ruby, ASIM options of an Origin, an Eternity, and an XL. Where do the ASIMs fit for I'm guessing a right-handed two-hander? Did I hear about the Zen 25, Maribeth? I don't think that. Oh, that is. I have heard inklings of a certain ball. I've had a few viewers tell me some leaks about a potential Zen ball coming soon. So be ready. Be ready for that. There might be a new Zen. It could be overseas, but I've had one too many viewers tell me, hey, this seems like a big deal. So maybe, we'll see. But Stuart, we have I always be leaking things here. We have our main leaker, Maribeth, in the chat. Look out. Look the hell out. All right. Where do the ASIMs fit? So you have an XL, an Origin, and an Eternity. That's a really good combo. Those are going to be the top part of your bag. You're going to throw that on the fresh for sure. Absolutely throw it on the fresh. What's with the pocket? I don't get that. This is important. What? What do you mean pocket with an A? I don't know what that means. All right, we're going to hit Diggy. Have you heard about the IQ Tour AI? No, I didn't know that was a thing. There's an IQ Tour. Okay. Heard it here first. We might have an IQ Tour AI coming soon. There you go. Everybody, do with that information what you must. When will it come out? Probably January is my guess. January or February. This is from the person who also successfully leaked a new physics. So could be happening. We'll see. Diggy, I'm a stroker style bowler. Would you say hybrids would be good for me as my benchmark? I would not. I mean, yes, they can be, absolutely. But a hybrid really is just a pearl or a solid, depending on the cover. Like it leans more towards solid or pearl. So don't focus on a hybrid. I would focus on a solid bowling ball though. Because you said as a benchmark, I would look towards a solid ball. Don, do you recommend a blackout? Yeah, I think we hit a blackout off of that, Don. Sorry, I am way behind, Don. I'm very sorry for that. So we have, wow, we have a lot to catch up on. Kings, joining a late league that will not be re-oiled after the regular league. What would be balls I should be bringing? Joining a late league that will not be re-oiled. I'm thinking, yes, low diff and shiny balls are going to be the play. Yes, Hypervenom, NU might not be great for it. It might be a little too early, but you're going to want shiny balls and lower end balls will be the play. And a few lower end solids might be good. Let's see, Skibbity. I am a two-handed, low-speed, high-rev bowler. Any recommendations for a weak smooth ball? Hustle X-Ray is going to be good, or that Tropical Surge Solid. That's one I should recommend a little more. All right, Tokyo, we are hitting you next. Maribeth, who leaked the Origin and the Physics and the Road Warrior. I am not inactive, TikTok. I'm here. Hello. My God, TikTok doesn't like me today. Zen 25, IQ Tour AI. You also have another one, Summit Night. Where are you here? How are you? You are ahead of everybody on these by miles. Summit Night? That'd be cool. A Pearl Summit Ascent? That'd be awesome, actually. That'd be money. Tokyo, I really enjoy your lives. Hey, thank you, Tokyo. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Kaysen, I know you're a one-hander, but do you have two-handed tips? Yes, absolutely. So one-handed and two-handed are a lot more similar than you think. We all release with one hand. Your backswings are just a bit different, and your footwork has to be a little quicker. That's really it. You have a tiny backswing, and your feet have to be quicker. So as a two-hander, your goal is to keep your hand underneath and behind the ball as long as you can. But also you need to stay low and get leverage. Your toughest thing is going to be ball speed. Ball speed is the hardest thing for a two-hander to get. So that's going to be your main focus. Let's see, MLND, pretty new to bowling, only have a Widow 3.0 and a spare ball. Any recommendations on building a league bag? You're going to slow speed, so you're going to want some weaker bowling balls. You're going to want things like a Scorpion Low Flare. You're going to want things like an Ivory Rhino. I would go check out my my Brunswick and Hammer videos on 6-ball arsenals, and that'll help you out. Look towards the medium and the weak bowling balls. Garrett, Effect Tour benchmark? It can be, absolutely. If you're a little more speed dominant, it's a great benchmark. Cooper, what ball do you miss the most that was discontinued this year? I would say Sublime. Recent one, but I think the Sublime is going to be the one I'm most sad about. I thought that ball was really, really good. A lot of people were iffy on it, but I think that was a great ball. And Maribeth just leaked the Code 2. There's a new Code coming out. We haven't seen the Code balls in a minute. So that would be awesome. I'd love a new Code ball. Oh, Don, do not be sorry for asking the same question. Happens all the time on here. Don't worry. Happy holidays to you too. Happy holidays to you. All right. I see Carter spamming a little bit on TikTok side. Sorry, Carter. I was just catching the new balls that Maribeth was putting, but trying to stick on the YouTube chat. But I'll hit yours quick. You have a phase 2 and a Vibo. What do you want next? I would go with something weaker than a Vibo, like a Road Warrior or a Hustle M&M. Those will be your 2 best balls. All right. Garrett, tips on getting around the ball. Garrett, one good thing you can do is try to put a little more emphasis on your middle finger and going through your middle finger. That'll cause you to be a little more behind the ball. Don't go through your ring finger as much. Go more through your middle finger. That's a pretty quick one. Revs, new list sent. Awesome. I'll check it out. Carter, do I have any gaps? You have an Ion Max, a Stealth Original, a Theorem, a Katana Assault, and a Raw Hammer, and a Purple. You don't have many low-end bowling balls. You just have the Raw. And I would go with a lower-end shiny ball next, like an Ivory Rhino. Might be really good for you. I would maybe add that. Brandon, hey, Brandon's here. Nice. I have the Ion Max Physics Tour. Oh, you're stupid, lovely overseas bowling balls, Brandon. Yeah, and the Physics Inspire. No need to brag. No need to brag. Physics Tour, Phase 2, Phase AI, Ion Pro, and was looking into a Thane. What Thane is good? So you have all Storm stuff. I'd stick to the Pitch Black. I would stick to the Pitch Black for you. Stick with the same family then. Otherwise, if you want to go the Purple Hammer is the best urethane on the market, so that would be the best option. But if you want to stick in the Storm family, the Pitch Black is an amazing option too. Don't use the IQ78U. Just don't. Whatever you do. Hustle PAR? Ooh. New Hustle is never a bad thing. I like the Hustles. I can't throw them, but I like them. Ian, I just know, Ian. T-Bull. High Road Pearl is great for games 1 and 2. Struggling on game 3. Oh, interesting. Is it hooking too much? Is it not carrying corner pins? Why is it not looking good, T-Bull? Maribeth sighting over on the YouTubes. And dropping all the leaks over there too. Cooper, Brandon, how does the Ion Pro fit with the Arsenal? I have a similar Arsenal. I'm curious. Matthew, what do you recommend for the IQ78U if the ball hits the friction and makes a straight line to the pins? As I just shit talk the IQ78U. That's the hardest part with that bowling ball. You're going to need to add more axis rotation to get it to go less straight off the end of the pattern, which is a little tough to do. It is tough, and urethane's weird, and the IQ78 is really weird too, but that would be your best play. Clifford, League Bag is an Ascent, a Road, and a Hustle Camo. Nice. A little weaker end League Bag, but that's okay. Akash, as a balanced lefty who loves the attention star, but miswrites sometimes, what's a good ball to add? You might want something that's a little smoother, like a Summit Ascent might fit really well for you, especially being lefty. And Blake, thank you for the follow. And Karen, also thank you for the follow. And Maribeth will leak more. Perfect. Beautiful. We need more leaks. There are some wild balls that you mentioned. Dean, you have an Attention Star S2. You have an Ion Pro. You have a Scorpion Strike, a Scorpion Low Flare, Sneak Attack Solid, Arctic Vibe. Whoa. You really don't have a strong smooth ball. You have the S2, but besides that, you have a Scorpion Low Flare, which is pretty weak. You might want a Hazmat Solid or a GB5 to pair with that. Let's see. Stuart, Hammer Black Widow Urethane as well next year. I would adore that. Yes, please. And Brandon, Ion Pro. Yep, he hits that. Akash. Hammer Burgundy that came out. I'm getting that ball undrilled for really cheap. It's I believe just a urethane. So it's going to be good for you since you're a lefty, but it is really just a urethane. Irfan, where are you from? I'm from Minnesota in the States. So Minnesota. Cooper, that's what I was feeling like it would end up. XQC, I'm not sure why, but my attention, I struggle to get it to shape. You're 4 3/4 by 4 by 4. Even hit it with some surface. That's interesting. Think I'm going to get an Origin to replace. That's a good option. The ball might just not match up for you. Ball might not match up at all. Karen, Jackal Howl, all I see. Yeah, Jackal Howl is apparently pretty much confirmed. It's probably either going to be a shiny Jackal or a really dull Jackal. I don't know which. Let's see. Akash, agree on missing the Sublime. Absolutely. Enoch, it might be worth browsing the USB-C approved list. They do update quite a bit. The Summit Knight sounds like an overseas ball, but the Zen 25, now we got hoodwinked on the Zen Reloaded, but hopefully the 25 is a different story. More people are a little more confident about the 25 than the Reloaded. Don, if I were to get the new urethane, I would probably get the Black Hammer Pearl. That's another great option. Devin, Gem, Attention Star, Vibo, IQ Tour, Optimum Idol, Lightning Blackout, Absolute Power, Pitch Black, and a 78. That's a mouthful. Medium Sharp Ball would be my guess. I like an Optimum Idol Pearl or a Phase AI or even a Road Warrior to go above the Lightning. T-Bowl, you have High Road Pearl seems to be skidding too much. So you're going to want something a little earlier. Something, either a Road Warrior if you want to be close to it, or I would go Summit Ascent to be a little bit different. Grumpa, I want the Archetype and Effect series of overseas balls. Ooh, any sites to get them? Grumpa, the best sites to get overseas stuff are going to be Bowler Smart, Bowler X, Bowler's Paradise usually has some. Bowler Asylum is usually not bad. I just heard about that one on Monday night. That one might not be terrible, which reminds me, I was supposed to check. We have a viewer who I saw for a while on Monday helping her with her arsenal and a bunch of things, and she had a ton of overseas things. Pretty cool. A couple Black Widows that are overseas. And they told me about Bowler Asylum. Ace, you have an Evoke, a Crimson Jackal, a Venom Shock, a Hyper Venom. Yeah, I think the Max Thrill Solid and Pearl would fit well with that. They'd be good weaker options. Josh, you have a Phase 2 and triple X Factor and a Fear Factor. I don't know what those are. What would be best for me to replace these balls? Let me look what those bowling balls do quick, Josh. You had the X Factor, the Storm X, triple X Factor. My bad. Is it X? Oh, there it is. Triple X Factor. 04. Oh, okay. 2060. Oh, that ball I think is illegal now. It might be. I don't know if we can go over 060, but it's a big, strong Pearl. You're going to want like a Virtual Energy Blackout would pair with that. Honestly, something a little weaker because old bowling balls hook a lot less. The Storm Fear Factor bowling ball is a gross looking bowling ball. 249 bowlingball.com. I'm sorry. You're just not great. I wish you were. It is the same. Okay. I would go stronger asymmetrical bowling balls for you, Josh. You're going to want like, I'd go Attention Star and then like an XL would be good. Rustin, I've got several balls. Criterion, Black Widow 2.0 Hybrid, the Hitter and Hitter Pearl, Venom Shock, Super GT, Hammer Raw, and a Raw Pearl. Where's the hole? You don't really have one. Between the Hitter Pearl and Super GT is your biggest hole. So like a Scorpion Strike or a Primal Rage or a Hyper Venom or a Road Warrior fits there. Kings, you have a Sub-Zero, an Effect, a Stealth Hybrid, a Road, a Hyper Venom, a Rattler NU. Sub-Zero, Effect, Stealth Hybrid, Road. You really don't have a gap. Huh. Yeah, you really don't have a gap. So good job. Brandon, should I impulse buy a Road Warrior or wait for the new Belmo ball? I haven't heard anything about the Belmo ball. I know we saw it from Jason. He made a little teaser for it, but I don't know how far that is into production. From what Maribeth was just saying, it doesn't really fit in any of those categories. All the ones she mentioned are kind of older cores or covers, mainly older cores. No Belmo ball in a while. What was he throwing then? That's what's surprising, because he posted a video with a new ball, but I wonder what it was. Kind of curious. Weird, but because he usually doesn't push bowling balls that much. For being the face of Storm, I'll be very blunt. Belmo isn't the best with promoting a lot of the new balls. Kind of unfortunate. Cooper, you have an Ion Max, an AI, and a Phase 2. You want something strong and sharp. I would definitely go... You could go an Origin. Go an Origin. The Origin will be good for you, Cooper. That would fit well. It's going to hook a lot. Kaysen, budget-friendly balls for rev-dominant two-handers on the burn. You're definitely going to want to go Ivory Rhino. That ball is really cheap right now. Dawn, phase AI or stealth hybrid for the medium sharp. I'm falling out of love with my duo. I would try the AI, but I think the hybrid will look a little better for you, Dawn. That one's the stealth hybrid is a little closer to a smooth ball, but I think that'll look better for your game from what we've talked about in the past. Mark, Black Venom, Hyper Venom, looking for a third ball. I would go stronger than a Black Venom, so like a Pride Liberty. Schmitty Bowls. I have an Obsession Tour, an IQ Tour, a TNT Infused, a Venom Toxin, a High Road Pearl, and a Purple. What's a strong shiny ball? You're gonna want, I mean, honestly, an Origin fits really well here. An Attention Star fits really well here. You could go with the Raptor Rush fits really well here. I think those are gonna be a couple options. And then Garrett, if you had to pick one ball to throw the rest of your life, phase 2. 100% of phase 2. And I need to buy a new one. I might text somebody tonight to buy a new one. Kyle, I've got a DNA coil and a hazmat solid. What do you recommend for a third? And how would you use them in League? I start with the hazmat, switch to the coil. That's the right transition. So you're doing good there. I would go with a shiny ball below the coil. Scorpion Strike, Road Warrior, Hyper Venom, things like that. All right, and Don, Belmo balls come and go with the wind. I thought the journey would have stayed. Me too, honestly. I thought the journey would stay a lot longer. But let's jump back over to TikTok. We've got a lot of comments over there that we've missed. We are all the way back to Maribeth for could be potentials for the Zen 25 and the IQ Tour Insane. That was like 20 minutes ago. Lord, I'm behind. Ian, do you remember bowling Pepsi or did you not have it? I did not have it. Should you have an equal number of sim ASIMs? It really depends on your style. I'm leaning more towards ASIMs because I have the ability to throw it harder, but I'm not great at throwing it softer. Video coming out tomorrow of me throwing it softer, and it looked kind of good. I was hooking the whole lane with a new NV Pearl. It was actually wild. That's the slowest I've thrown a ball before. But yeah, it really depends on if you're speed dominant, you probably need more ASIMs. If you're rev dominant, you might need more sims. Professor Banger, what's considered high rev rate? I would say over 400 right now would be higher rev rate. Over 500, over 450 really would be like definitely set in stone high rev rate for non-PBA bowlers. PBA 475, 5 to 550 would be considered high. And Carter, what ball? Yeah, we hit Carter already. Tritz, good step ball down from the Venom Shock. I would go Hyper Venom is a really good step down. Devin, I use my Black Widow 3.0 as my strong and smooth ball and my hater as my medium. That fits well. Devin, I also have the knockout. Should I throw away my hater? I would not. I wouldn't throw it away. I'd keep it. Keep it. I don't like throwing bowling balls away until you absolutely know you're not going to use them. I have bowling balls from like 4 years ago that I keep around just in case. I have my old DNA that I hate with a passion that I drilled last year that I keep just in case. Let's see. Ian, Maribeth, where do you get these? Karen, thank you for the follow. Blake, thank you for the follow. Ken, thank you for the follow. Ian, Maribeth, any motive ball leagues? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The Storm level. I have heard about the level, Blake. That one is interesting. Mike, my bag is a phase 3 and a virtual gravity. I like it. I like it. Let's see. Oh, and a dynamic swing and a USA. That dynamic swing was pretty not good, so I hope you like yours. I really do. Karen would ask what you recommend for me, but I have everything for Brunswick, which is okay. Yeah, Karen, I can help you with that one if Maribeth can't. She is storm face, basically. So she can tell you any storm answer, but I can help you with the Brunswick side. Ian, on Bowler's Paradise, Raptor Fury is a... Is it actually? No way. Bowler's Paradise. There is no way that they're selling a Raptor Fury for $110. Oh, wait, Raptor Fury. Oh, they are. Wow. If you want a good, strong, smooth bowling ball, go check out Bowler's Paradise. Raptor Fury is cheap, cheap. Wow. Not to be confused with the fish from Mario. Let's see. Where were we at? Oh my God. There we are. All right. Karen, all good. Yep. Carter, only throw Storm. As you should, Carter. Effect Black from Hammer. That could be cool. More effects. Definitely more effects. Hunter, I'm a tad speed dominant. Would a Scorpion Strike be good for burn? Absolutely it would be. 100%. Krish, because I never used an ASIM, now I'm using a Venom Shock only. That's okay. That's what EJ does. He basically mainly throws Venoms. Maribeth Origin is on my list this year. Origin as in a top 5 ball, I think is where we were at that point. Karen, I meant the Physics Blackout. My last Storm Ball was an original Physics. Mine did too. I loved my original Physics and it cracked on me and I was so upset. Ian, the Fate is so bad. I didn't hate my Fate. I still have it. I kind of want to throw it more. It's just so smooth for a Pearl Ball, which is cool. But usability, I just didn't really have. But I don't use pearls all that often for what I bowl. I throw a lot of solids because I bowl more tournaments on, especially this year, a lot of oil. Maribeth, the Journey was not great. A lot of people around me actually liked the Journey. We sold a good amount of them. Asian Mason, what is the best Pearl Sport Shot ball? You're going to want things that are smoother, like you're going to want, well, the Origin's hybrid, but Origin I think fits there. You're going to want like an effect. The one Reverb fits really well, those kind of balls. The one Deep Marine. The one Reverb must have sold really well if they're coming out with another one. The other two ones did not sell well. Maribeth, maybe a urethane coming out for Ebonite. The one urethane. Ooh, that's a strong core. Wow. Ian, Maribeth, can I buy your list? Yeah, you might make some money. Maribeth might pay her tuition with this. Ashton, can I tell you my arsenal and can you tell me what to add? Absolutely, Ashton, for sure. Steve, I dislike house. Don't have a house shot killer. I usually don't either. My favorite, minus a Scorpion Low Flare right now, are shiny solids. Actually, my Scorpion Low Flare is like, what is my Scorpion Low Flare right now? It's at like 3,000 grit probably. So shiny solids are my secret answer to house shots. Let's see. I'll give it to you for, is that $100,000? Whoa. Hey, make some bank. I'm in. Let's see. Chad, one bag. Theorem Pearl, Phase 3, Kuda Pearl. Second bag. Envy Tour Pearl, Low Flare, Phase 5. You have a lot of shiny balls, Chad. Definitely a lot of shiny balls. Dominic, would the Big Time SE be a good ball for the Extreme Envy and Widow 2.0 hybrid? Yes, but the Big Time SE was really weird, so I would honestly stay a little bit away from it. You also have the Scorpion Low Flare and Strike. I would go towards something a little different, like I would go towards like a Pure Envy or a Hitter Pearl if you want to stay stronger. I would stay away from the Big Time. That one was weird. It was very weird. Or like a Hazmat Solid or a Real Time. Ben, I'm back. Welcome back, Ben. Legend of Josh. I absolutely love the original Marvel Pearl. That ball was awesome. If you want a Marvel, they're on Bowler's Paradise, or Bowler's Mart, some cheaper overseas ones. Bravada. I just pre-bowled for League and the lanes were really dry. Yeah, if you get a lot of bowlers to, like, if you have to pre-bowl like that, they usually don't oil for you and it gets rough. Ashton, Ion Max, Harsh Reality, Origin, Ion Pro, Zen Soul, DNA Coil, The Road, Purple Hammer. Wow, that's a lot. I am not seeing a gap, actually. The only gap is between the Zen and the Road. I'm not a fan of the Road, but if you like yours, you don't have a gap. If you don't, I look towards a Road Warrior, would be the only thing. Hairbeth is selling her list. Chad, Phase 3 was brought down to Low Flares full finish and actually roll similar. Oh, sweet. That's not bad. Guys, if you're not watching ZVL Wednesdays, what are you doing? Exactly. But we have a lot of people hanging out, so everybody's hanging out here. We got the bowling community here vibing. 56 people on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it, every single one of you. All right, let's jump back over to YouTube. Where are we at over here? Patrick has a Phase 2, an Optimum Idol, and a High Road Pearl, and a Sublime. Recommend any other symmetric balls? You have them pretty much covered. You might need a Summit Ascent. A weaker solid might not be bad. But I like it. Akash, Phase 2 or Summit Ascent. If you're bowling on house, I'd go Summit Ascent. If you're bowling sport, go Phase 2. Pravada, I just pre-bowled. Oh, yeah, you hit that. Matthew, what's a good replacement for the Parallax? Ooh. I gotta remember how bad the Parallax was. That thing was kind of doo-doo. DNA coil. DNA coil's gone. Rip. You might still be, I would still get a DNA coil if you can find one. Absolutely. Akash, can you make a goat bowling ball arsenal? Ooh, that's not a bad idea. I might do that. I like that idea a lot. The Storm Triple X Factor is still legal. I didn't know that. Sweet. Good. T-Bowl, what is the standard order of ball use for a 3-game league night? What ball to start with? I like to start with a solid and move over to pearls is the play. Akash, Sublime and Pride Dynasty. The Sublime is $110? No. No. What? The clone is $100? What? Why? These balls are good. The TNT Infuse, the Lightning Blackout, the Raptor Fury, the Theorem. The Theorem is $100 right now on Bowler's Paradise. Why? What is going on? No, the Hazmat makes sense. It got DC'd. The Pride Dynasty is cheap. The Phase Shift is cheap. I want that Phase Shift. I want that Phase Shift so effing bad. I don't think they have it in 15 pounds. Oh, no, it's sold out. I hate it here. No, why? Okay, Bowler's Paradise has a lot of good deals if you need some bowling balls. Wow. All right, where were we at? Cooper, where does the Sublime fit? That'll be in your medium sharp slot, Cooper. Big Mike, would you consider the Ion Pro as a dud? I would not consider it a dud. It fits in. It's a little weaker than we all thought it would be. It's more closely resembling a IQ Tour than a Phase 2. But I wouldn't call it a dud yet. A lot of people love it. You have a 3-ball arsenal, Ion Max, Ion Pro, and a Surge. You have a pretty strong arsenal. Quiet Guy, the Jackal Howl was approved a couple days ago. Sweet. Grumpa, I have a couple of big-time SEs, different layouts and weights. They're very challenging. They are a weird ball, unfortunately. T-Bowl, 1-ball goat for house shot, Summit Ascent. Summit Ascent or an Attention Star, I think, are my favorite league balls right now. Manny, what are some strong bowling balls for a 2-hander to pair with an Arctic Vibe? You might not need strong, but I would go like a Black Widow 3.0 or a Rotogrip XL or a Motive Evoke. See, Big Mike, they have too much stock. Everyone's going to Bowlers Mart and Buddies. It wouldn't surprise me. But wow, the Eternity is $100. The Dynamics is $85. I might be dropping a couple paychecks on some bowling balls after this. I might be dropping a paycheck on some bowling balls. These are really good deals. Or they're cleaning house. Yeah, a lot of these are cheaper. Well, the problem is, Maribeth, the Optimum Idol Pearl isn't on sale. And then I have to order it through our pro shop. And, you know, that takes a lot of effort. So I might have to still get that ball. Let's see. I think all the balls that were part of Get Your Gear leagues are all 100. Oh, that would fit. Les Muller. Love your show. I'm a senior bowler. Hey, thank you for joining, Les. Appreciate it. What are you posting? You have news? What more news do you have, Maribeth? What is bag and pocket? I just got an overseas ball. Ooh, what'd you get? The Duty. What is the Duty? Don't tell me this. That's not a ball. It is. Oh, from Global. Found it. The 900 Global Duty. Terrible name. It is a 248 RG, 052 differential, 017 mass bias with the S86R Pearl. What had that? A lot of balls, actually. None of them that were from domestic. What S86? That's pretty strong. I think that's reality level. So that's just like a weaker harsh reality or a harsh or not harsh altered reality-ish. That thing is strong. That could be good. Let's see. Clifford on Bowler's Paradise. The lower prices are on 12-pound. No. Was I looking at just 12-pound balls? They don't have anything. So let's check out that Pride Dynasty quick. No, oh, you're right. And when you click on it, it's a lot more expensive. Are you kidding me? That is dirty. Oh, that is so dirty. Like if I click on the Eternity, it's just 16 pounds and they don't have any way to limit it to 15s. That is so dirty. I hate that. How about this Storm High Road Punch? Sold out. I hate it. Yep. No, never mind. Bowler's Paradise doesn't have it. I'll send you a photo later. Oh, deal. Have you thrown it at all, Maribeth? Let's see. Where were we at? Grumpa, doing my first 8-pin this weekend. I was thinking of taking Effect, Archetypes, Hybrid, and Solid, and Troublemaker. So Grumpa, you're going to want balls that are smooth when you bowl no tap like that. You're drilling it right now. You can throw it when you come up. Oh, yeah, I bet my span will be the same as yours. Absolutely. So Grumpa, you're going to really like, what did you mention? Probably the Archetype Solid, because you're okay with 10 pins. You are A-okay with leaving a lot of 10 pins and even 7-10s. You just don't want to lose your pocket control. Akash, or are they cleaning house? Yes, maybe. SQC, my arsenal will be Ion Max, Origin, Attention Star, GB5, Spare. I like it. It's so sassy. Absolutely. Less, Spare Ball, Magic Gem, Absolute Power, DNA Coil, Optimum Idol, and TNT Infuse. You have a lot of shiny. Well, no, you have the Optimum Idol. I like it less. It's a stronger arsenal, but you mentioned your low rev, so I think that works really well. I really like it. Big Mike, I don't understand overseas balls. Why are they a thing? I need to make a video on this. I will very, very soon. But to give you guys a little heads up of what overseas bowling balls mean when we're mentioning them. So I think all the companies technically, there are domestic releases, which are released in the United States and elsewhere, through usually worldwide releases, but mainly the States are the big one. They're the biggest bowling market. So you have bowling balls, IQ Tour, Phase 2, the new Road Warrior, things like that. Those are domestic releases. Then you have overseas releases, because a lot of overseas, especially Asian countries, you will have a lot of bowlers who, one cultural thing is you don't like to have the same ball as others. So you like to have your own bowling ball, and they buy a lot of new bowling balls, and they love putting different pieces together of bowling balls. Like, let's put the Marvel core inside with a cover stock of like the Origin, things like that. They'll put an awesome colorway on it, super bright, and it sells amazing over there. But those are overseas releases. They just release a lot more bowling balls. Versus the States, we get a new bowling ball every 7 to 8 weeks. So overseas releases only released overseas, as the name suggests, super expensive to get from the States, because you have to buy it usually from one of the either South Korean, Japanese, usually one of the Asian countries' distributors, and then get it shipped over here, which is a lot of money. So they're usually pretty expensive, but they're always really cool and unique and bright. For example, I have a Rubicon Extreme, which is a bright orange bowling ball with a Rubicon, but with a stronger cover stock. I just drilled an Envy Pearl, which is that original Envy core with a unique cover stock to it. So they're really cool in that way, but that's the big deal about overseas balls. Let's see. T-Bowl, best ball for crankers on house. You're going to want things that are weaker, things in the weak and smooth and weak and sharp slots. Cooper, if I have Ion Max, Phase AI, Phase 2, what should I add to get to 6 balls? Ooh. Let's see. Ion Max, Phase AI, Phase 2. You're going to want a strong sharp ball like an Attention Star. You're going to want a weak smooth ball like an Ion Pro or IQ. And then you're going to want a weaker sharp ball like a Road Warrior. Phase shift is 140, but 16 pounds. Yeah, that's the problem with it. And Grumpa, do you think the Pure Envy would work better than some of the others for 8-pin? It could. It would work really well, actually, in my opinion. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, we're going to be wrapping things up. I've just realized we've been live for about 2 hours, and as my stomach grumbled, I've not actually eaten yet tonight, so I need to go find some food. Probably going to be chicken nuggets. They might be dino shaped. We're going to find out when we get to the freezer. I think that's the bag that's open right now, or pizza, one or the other. It's going to be a lovely dinner made for like a 7-year-old, because my taste buds have not evolved since I turned 7. Which is lovely. But we are going to be wrapping it up today. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out. Hunter, I will hit your question quick. Is Ultimate Defender, Envision Pearl, Piranha Power Core, and Scoon the Strike a good league arsenal? Yes, I like that. You hit a lot of different spots, Hunter, so good call. Don, thank you for taking the time to impart us with your bowling equipment knowledge. Absolutely, Don, for sure. Yeah, thank you guys for everything. Appreciate it. A little future look into some videos coming out. Tomorrow is the best looking bowling balls of 2024. On Sunday is going to be the best medium and sharp bowling balls of the year, the top 5. So go check that out. If you haven't checked out our top 5 series, we have a lot of videos going into that. Top 5 balls of the year, in my opinion. There's a ton of people that agree or disagree with it. We're going to have a lot of bowling news coming up. The PBA is starting very soon. I will be giving you guys coverage on the PBA events. I'll be watching as much as I can to tell you who did well, who didn't, what bowling balls did well, what bowling balls didn't do well. I'll be giving you as much knowledge as I can and information. Outside of that, I have a little bit of a fun review on the Envy Pearl and Overseas Ball, and then a few other cool videos going on. But I have to go eat and get an arsenal ready for a tournament this weekend. I will see you all later. TikTok, I'm going to say goodbye to you first. Love you to pieces, TikTok. Have a great rest of your day and see you later. Bye-bye. Bye, Maribeth. And boop. Okay. And that one's done. And YouTube, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a stream ending screen because YouTube's a little bit further behind than TikTok was. So I'm going to call it on that. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day. Make sure to go grab some food, specifically some chicken nuggets tonight if you can. I will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.